Okay.
All right, we're back. Another Shade of Blue, episode 7.
Yes.
I'm finally back here. I've been hiatus in the last 2.5 weeks.
Yes, we miss you.
I made a little 30-minute appearance that last time when Ron first came on. So
You made a cameo.
I'm back. Yeah, made a cameo on the show. So, but I'm here.
Yes, you are.
It's
Jared
been
is
kind
back
of it's
in the
been kind of
building.
hard because lately on the weekends I'm pretty busy, and then on Saturdays, you had your barbecue yesterday, and then last week we did our Mother's Day on Saturday for the wife, and then Sunday was where we went to our actual mom's house. So I've been a little busy.
Yeah, work is kicking me in the butt too. And
Yep.
the same thing, because that was hot outside. So now like the barbecues on the weekends and
Mm-hmm.
the kids on the weekends. And yeah, this week was our Mother's Day barbecue because we all didn't really get a chance to do anything because it was so cold and rainy. So we had Mother's Day barbecue, and then it's my father's birthday next weekend. So I think Saturday we're also going back to my sister's house for a barbecue. But we'll work the show in. We'll probably do a Sunday again. The same thing next week. We'll do another Sunday.
We'll do it Sunday.
Sunday, yep. My dad turned 54, man. He's getting old.
Oh, my dad, I don't want to out him, but he's 66.
He looks good though. The dads are looking good. The dads are looking good for their age.
Actually, I'm gonna give a shout out to my dad too. He retires in a week. No, 3 days.
Nice. Yeah,
In
definitely
3
big
days.
shout out. Big shout out.
Yep.
Definitely big shout out to Mr. Perez.
Yep, he's been working at Budweiser, king of the beers, for 39 years.
Wow. So wait, if
Yep.
he's 66 and he's 39 years, he started there, what, 27 or something? Jeez.
I suck at math, man.
About 27 years
Sounds
old.
about right.
Jeez, man. Big shout out to him. That's my goal too. One day to just get old and retire. That's what I'm looking forward to. Oh, we got Ron. Ron is here.
Yep.
Just
What's up, Ron?
Looked up and see Ron in the building.
You already look old and washed already.
I know, man. It's over. It's over. Life is over, my brother. But we're here together. And we're here. Jared, man, we miss you, bro.
And before we get going too real quick, I want to give another shout out to my little cousin Philip.
Philip, that's a classy name, man. That dude is
I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah, he tunes in, so I want to give him a shout out.
Big shout outs to Phil. Big shout outs. And we the Phils in general, we stick together. I noticed that. Because it's a dying name. It's a name that's not around much longer. So big shout outs.
Well, what about Jared's?
No, we had the Subway dude.
Oh, don't even go there. That guy's a weirdo, though.
Yeah, why you do
don't
that
do
to
that
my
one.
man
That's
like
why when I
man?
said that, I looked right at Ron. I was waiting for his reaction.
Don't do that, man. $5 footlongs, brother. Don't do that to him.
People always bring that up. I'm like, don't do that one no more. It used to be funny back in the day before he got arrested. But
right.
Oh, you got Jared.
When he lost weight, he was cool.
He was cool for that split second.
Until they came in and took his computer, and then it was a wrap after that. Forget about it.
He lost weight, didn't know how to act.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
He really didn't know how to act. You know what
But
I'm saying?
Jared Kalenic or whatever his name is, the Mariners dude that they got from the Mets, he's gonna be a monster. That dude.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, there was also Jared Weaver too.
Jared Weaver. Yup. But I didn't like that he played for the Yankees.
You talking about the kid that we drafted number 1
and we traded for Robinson Cano? Yeah, that guy.
I like that kid too. That kid was nice.
And he's bombing up right now with the Mariners. He's going crazy. And Diaz getting rocked. And
you still got Cano?
Yeah, he's steroids or whatever. He's
just on ice. That's all it is.
He got busted, huh?
Yeah.
And what about Lindor? Is he doing all right? I know he got booed a couple weeks ago. You guys started booing him.
150, he's batting 160, something like that. It ain't good right now, man. We just got swept by the Rays. The Rays just swept us right now.
We didn't get swept. We got shellacked.
Yeah. The Rays really took us to town.
It was like 12-5 yesterday. Like, we got actual runs, but it didn't matter because
we lost today. What, 7-1, 2 hits, like always. The same 2 hits. It's the same shit every day. It is. Yeah. But in good news, the Knicks clinched the 4th spot. So
we don't care.
Seed, home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs, baby.
You see this right here, right?
The 4th spot.
Yeah, I see your hat. I didn't even comment on that.
That's a nice hat. I've seen those before. I like them.
What, my Rock Nation hat? You hating on my Rock Nation hat?
Rock Nation is whack, man. Call it for what it is.
Well,
Rock Nation is trash, man. Like,
let's talk about what's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like Jay-Z in them. I don't know.
You know like Jay.
I've never been a fan of Jay-Z either.
Right? Jay-Z's kind of whack. Like, see, I'm not an East Coast lover. Like, Jay-Z's kind of trash.
Wow, that's some disrespect, man.
Jared says the worst rapper he ever heard, so don't take it out.
No, the thing with me is though, like you already know, since I was like, I loved Tupac growing up, and I was all about the East Coast West Coast thing. And Jay-Z, he was the one that Tupac talked a lot of crap about. So
yeah, big time. Which I
he
never really
brainwashed me a little bit.
I never really
So
understood
Jay-Z's he's sick, but Tupac made me a little biased for no reason.
I never understood the Jay-Z thing with Tupac. Like, Jay-Z was kind of irrelevant at that time anyway.
Yeah, he was.
I never understood that.
They all know he was the man.
Was he? Because I mean, when he went at Prodigy and Mobb Deep, I understood that. Because they were on the come up. But Jay-Z, I was like, why would you go at him for? I mean,
because he was the man.
Why?
Prodigy.
No, because he was the man, because he was about to come out with an album. He was Big's man, and like he was the man in the street.
Like he went at Nas because he adored Nas. Tupac said that himself, that he used to bump the Nas albums and measure himself up to Nas. Like he acknowledged Nas was nice, but Jay-Z,
he liked Nas up until I guess he stole a beat from him back in the day.
Yeah, on what was that? I forget which one that was. Yeah.
I forget too.
Oh, from Easy Mo Bee?
Yeah, when he took they had the same beat, the both of them, and I remember it was like a thing with that.
Because Easy Mo Bee was Big's producer, but he did the whole "Be Against the World" for Pop.
Right.
Which was a New York sounding record.
Thank you, Ron.
It's in contrast to like Strictly for My N-Words,
which was kind of whack.
And All Eyes on Me. But listen, All Eyes on Me is one of the greatest.
That was great. That was good. All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
And Machiavelli.
See, that was my favorite Pac album. Was Machiavelli. That's my favorite
Illuminati.
One. Yeah, that's my favorite one from him. Yeah, Hail Mary and all of that. Yeah,
he was talking cash shit during that one, man.
Yeah. Then I like, what was that one he did? Against All Odds. Against All Odds is my favorite one.
Yeah,
on that album. Yeah. And Hail Mary.
Mm-hmm. We had a lot of heavy hitters on that one. That one's a good one.
I like To Live and Die in LA, man.
Oh, me too. Live and Die in LA. That's my jam too.
The video was dope too, man.
Yep. Cruising down. Yeah. And they went to the mall.
I brought that up the last time I was on here, and then Phil said something. He was like, "Yeah," and then he ends up dying. He didn't even die in LA, and this and that. He wasn't even from LA.
That.
No, he's from LA. Why do you want to die there all of a sudden? Just because he went to the West Coast, now he wants to die in LA.
I didn't remember all of that. Well, he did die in Vegas. I mean, he did.
But I mean, it's the same thing, man.
It is what it is.
I mean, in LA, it's an LA dude that clipped him. It was LA beef. It wasn't Vegas beef.
It is what it is. He went out there.
It did start out in Vegas though, just because they jumped the one.
It was in the Lakewood Mall. Or whatever.
Yeah, it started in the mall. Yeah.
The MGM.
Over the chain.
Oh yeah, because the Death Row chain. The Death Row chain.
I was watching something the other day where they were saying if he would have never, I think it was BG Knockout, when he was saying like if Pac would have never put his foot on Orlando Anderson, he'd still be alive today.
Yes.
I mean, it makes sense, because he got shot up right after that.
Exactly. Because it was easy for him to do that to them. Like the other dudes, it wouldn't have been as easy because they're gangbangers. Well, that would have been long and drawn out. You know what I'm saying? Like if Pac wouldn't have like jumped in, because it wasn't his issue to jump in.
I don't think he was even around when that whole thing at the mall happened and nothing. He wasn't.
Well, it wasn't even just. It was like a random fan too that was at the mall with the chain, and they snatched it off him, and then they heard about the fan getting snatched up. Wasn't he a random fan?
Trayvon I think it was Trayvon Lane or whatever was his name. Trayvon Lane. And I think he was part of Death Row and he had the chain and they were Mob Piru, whatever. And then Orlando Anderson.
Oh, so he was affiliated a little bit?
Yeah. He was a Mob Piru and he had the chain. Kid. and Orlando Anderson and his boys were the Southside Crips, and they got the jump on them. And then you don't know, did they take the chain? Did they not take the chain? There's like some crazy stuff with that. And then it carried over. But my thing is like, I don't know. You're a rapper, bro. Stay in your lane. And, you know, if you beating up gang members, you're going to get clapped one of these days coming. I mean, it happens to everybody. Even all those gang members that you see in that video, most of them got killed anyway. It just it's bound to happen. Stay in the studio, be that studio gangster or whatever, and just, you know, you still be alive today. But you
keep knocking on devil's door, somebody gonna answer it.
Right. And then the thing is, like they said, Orlando Anderson was a real dude. It would have not been a big deal if the rest of the Pyru beat him up. But the fact that a rapper attacked him, he wasn't gonna let that fly. Yeah. It just doesn't. A rapper beat him up.
And you gotta understand, even because it happens now too, because rappers are dying now too, like at a rapid rate.
Yep.
It's like you have to when you outside and you doing stuff, like you got people that you pay to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like you're a bank, you gotta look at yourself as a bank, you're a walking bank account. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be out here just doing whatever just to be like.
What about Tekashi 6ix9ine though? I'm surprised he's still alive.
Well, because
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Because if you hurt him, it's an automatic federal. You getting the needle.
Yeah, he's ultra protected.
Yeah. Because people can sit there and say, well, he's a snitch and all this stuff, but like, yo, that's automatic. You getting the needle. There's no getting around it. That dude's federally protected. There's nothing you can do about him at all. You know what I'm saying? As much as you want to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's like the Tekashi thing. It's an anomaly. Mm-hmm. He's just a regular kid from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? He was just a young kid, man. And it's not really his fault because it's like, it is his fault, but it's not his fault. You got to realize, like, he got around a bunch of dudes that used him. And they used him for every intent to like facilitate like their gang activity. Mm-hmm. He just allowed him to do it. That's where it's his fault. And he felt like he needed to get involved in it and whatever and like all that stuff. And, you know, once the feds come knocking on the door, man, that's a 99. You just going to court and being on trial for that is a 99.9% conviction rate.
You're not
winning.
No,
the feds don't come at your door unless they know they put you away for a long time.
It's not the state. The state you could beat them, but you ain't beating the feds. You're not at all. Their conviction rate is through the roof. They have like Hall of Fame numbers. Like you're not beating the feds. I mean, it's just not happening.
They Kobe Bryant in court.
yeah, you're not beating the feds. I mean, you know, it's just a shame with him too, because he's from New York and he gives up. I think, but that's just a generational too. I feel like him being from Brooklyn, and it's something we don't talk about. But no one really, I never walked the streets in the Bronx and had someone listen to Tekashi. I never knew.
I mean, that kid knows what he's doing though. He seems stupid, but he might be a genius. He had a whole culture behind him off all of his freaking crap he was doing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you gotta think at the same time, man. Like there's a lot of people that do like talk. They do like go to court and they do like they go in a room and they say names. Mm-hmm. I mean, you think about it, like, look at the movie Paid in Full, like that dude, the dude that Cameron played.
Oh, man, that was a crazy story.
Like, yo, Phil, you know, Al
I know.
Is still out. He's out here in Harlem.
He's riding through Harlem in a motorcycle. He's out in the open.
He put people to jail for life.
Yup,
never
and
coming
killed
home.
his best friends and everything.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's a known murderer. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and he's out here just riding his bike around and like nobody will ever do anything. Yep.
It's a different time. If this was the 90s, he would have been smoked a long time ago. You know, nowadays, nobody wants to put their freedom on the line anymore. It's not the same. No one wants to go away anymore.
The world is changing too fast to be.
But then, see, that's what I understand that. But then you see like good up and comers that get killed, like XXX Tentacion. He got killed. Yeah. I actually liked him.
I liked him too, man. He was a good kid.
But they compared him to Tupac, and that was out of control.
Nah, he was good. I think he was that good. He could potentially be that good.
They were saying he was for like the little bit of the generation right now. He was, if there was anybody they could compare him to for a generation and like people behind him, it would have been him.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a revolution. Tupac was a revolutionist, and Tentacion was good, but he wasn't a revolutionist.
I never really peeped him out like that. So
yeah, bro. Like you see the video, man. He's the only dude that I ever seen do a video where he had the black kid hang the white kid from a noose, like in a video. That's like the most craziest thing you could put in a video.
He
And
had some
especially
crazy stuff.
in this time frame, in the climate that we live in, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we live in the Donald Trump era, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like people's like sensitivity and emotions are at its highest, you know, and it's just like this kid just didn't care. He was just like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You hung black people for hundreds of years. Like, I'm just gonna have a black kid hang a white kid in my video, and that lets you feel that pain.
I
Did you ever
appreciate
see
that.
his music video that came out like a couple weeks after he died? It was him looking at his dead body in the casket.
Yeah. Now that was kind of
that's some Tupac stuff right there. But I mean,
yeah, that was spooky. That was actually kind
Yeah.
of spooky. It definitely was. But what did you guys watch that Unsolved on Netflix? Peep that out about the Tupac Biggie thing with Russell Poole.
Man, I ain't got cable, man.
Netflix.
I'm wireless.
Netflix.
Wireless. Oh, it's on Netflix?
Yeah, Unsolved.
All right.
I got
I'm
cable.
thinking about getting rid of my cable. I need to get rid of mine. I ain't got nothing on it. I ain't got no sports.
Nah. I gotta send you Ron. You gotta remind me to send you the login and the password for the cable.
Oh, so I can watch.
Yeah.
SNY,
So you
yes,
can watch the apps and stuff. Yeah.
You know, I still don't understand that.
What?
Because remember, so Phil sent me his MLB.TV sign-in thing.
Yeah.
We could watch all the games. He could watch the Dodgers.
And he
But
could
I
watch
can't
the
watch-
Mets.
I can't watch my Dodgers. I can only watch
yeah,
the Mets.
they do that on purpose. I tried that. I think I tried that for NFL Sunday Ticket, but like, because I don't have cable.
Right.
I haven't had cable in years. So like, I tried it to watch the Giants, and it's blacked out because I should be able to watch it on my local regional channel. So it's like it defeats the purpose of paying for
But
it.
that's
You know
the
what I
thing
mean?
too,
Like,
because I could still get the Angels games, the freaking, I could get the Giants, the Padres, everybody but the team I like.
Right. Same here. Same here. But thank God they have the SNY TV. You could log into that and use your cable thing, and I'm able to pull up the game. But yeah, I can't watch the Mets either unless I think it's on ESPN or something like that. You get that game. But
So
at least
watch
we could
the
study
Yankees?
each other's games. We could study each other's teams, or we could use it to
Well, that's
watch.
what I do. When I'm on the treadmill, I'm watching the freaking Mets.
Ah, so you're going to sleep on the treadmill then?
Yeah.
That's why he's like, yeah.
They usually try to run for an hour, but then the motivation leaves when I'm watching the Mets. I only do about 30 minutes, and I have to
One
get off.
hit, no runs. One hit, no runs. A couple of errors.
The
Injuries.
Dodgers are finally turning it around, though. We won 4 in a row. And we're winning right now.
Who you beating up on though? I forget.
The Marlins.
Oh,
But I mean, hey, we got to
You're
take
helping
any
us.
kind of win we can get right now.
you're
Because
helping us.
We
Mhm.
started out 13-2, then we went and lost the next 14 out of 18.
Yes, beautiful time in baseball.
oh, you guys
Everyone's
just got
injured.
Pujols too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
and
To me,
remember
I
we were
wasn't
talking about it,
excited.
Jared. Remember I was joking around with you. I said, "Watch the Mets sign him," and then you guys
I
signed
wanted
him.
him to go back to the Cardinals. That would have been cool if he went back to the Cardinals.
Yeah,
It would have been cool.
yeah.
It would have, but they
Yeah.
need a DH though. I don't know why the Dodgers. He needs to be a DH somewhere.
The thing that I saw was, so I guess they can give Justin Turner more days off because he plays every game. To give him days off, put Muncy
Yeah.
on third, and then put Pujols out there on first.
Not a bad idea, and he
Yeah.
still had 5 home runs. I mean, I think he's batting like 196,
Yeah.
but he still has some power though. Yeah,
And then
that's not
also
a bad
Edwin
idea.
Rios. Edwin Rios, our other first baseman, he got injured. He's out for the whole season now. He sucked anyways. He was only hitting like 90.
What's going on over there? Because you guys lost Trevor May, right?
Oh yeah, Dustin May, man. Everyone's
Dustin
Yeah,
getting
we have
Yeah.
injured.
Trevor May.
Dustin, and then yesterday Corey Seager broke his hand. They hit him in the hand with the fastball.
Oh
and he
man, that's
broke.
crazy.
No, what a shame.
The reigning World Series MVP. Now he's out.
What a
Yo,
shame.
Phil said that with no care at all.
Because
It
look,
sounds
we
like
got
no
people
emotion.
dropping like
Have guys
flies.
like that.
We just lost McNeil. We lost Conforto. We're dropping like flies.
What
So
happened to McNeil?
he cramped up the other night, and today they had to pull him. He had one at bat, and they had to pull him. And then Conforto looked like he tore his hamstring today in outfield. So
He's been going. Yo, Conforto been going way too hard. I'm surprised he hasn't torn something earlier.
right, because he been diving on.
The way
He can't
the
hit.
way he's been
hit,
going
but
for foul balls and like
Yeah.
he's been going at the wall. Like I'm surprised it's taken this long.
he's making up for the fact he can't hit right now. You know, Lindor got to wake up. Somebody
He's been doing okay.
set
Hey,
the
real
alarm
quick,
for
did you
him.
click
or
the
something.
live? Did you click go live? Real
Yeah,
quick?
you want me to hit live?
Might as well, yeah.
All
Oh,
right,
we're not on yet.
we're about to go
We're
right
recording.
now. We're recording,
but not live.
Oh, man.
Now we're live. We're going live right now.
So
So
we in there. But yeah, so freaking the Dodgers, we finally won 4 in a row, and after, man, it was ugly the past couple weeks. We just we couldn't do anything. We left the bases loaded a gang of times. Like everyone got left on base. We couldn't buy a hit. It was freaking crazy.
Typical
And then
mess
how
up,
you-
but this is what we go through. Just as like you see
Yeah,
Ron.
that's
Ron
what I'm
was
saying.
like,
That's what I was saying right now. How you sounded like
Our
my
world.
stepdad. Because he told me that the other day. He's like, Jay, you have no reason to be crying. You guys won the World Series.
yeah.
That's already last year. It's a new year.
No, I get it. Because as a Giant fan, we've been through that where they won the Super Bowl and then the next year they kind of walk through the season and stuff. It's disappointing, but
And I said that too myself. After we won the World Series last year, I was like, I don't think I'm not gonna be as excited for this next year because I'm comfortable now. I got the World Series out of the way. We could suck this next year if for all I care. But then once we started winning, and I was like, you got me back in the mood. I was like, we gotta win this one too now.
Yeah. Yep. Because I remember when the Giants beat the undefeated Patriots, I didn't want the next season to start because I was like, I have the perfect memory of the Giants on the field. The last time they were on the field was beautiful. And then the next season started and Plaque shot himself and everything turned into a nightmare.
Yo, they were good that year too. They were like
11 and 1.
They were like 10, yeah, 11 and 1 when Plaque hurt himself.
Yup. 11
and then after
and
that,
1.
it just declined. It
Yeah.
was like it died.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Birth, he
guys.
did 2 years for that, for shooting himself. He
Yeah,
went
for
2.5
shooting himself.
2 years.
But that was with Bloomberg, though. Plax would not have gotten that if de Blasio was the mayor at that time.
That's
The game now. You would have 8 years for that too.
You think so?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Go do
If
2
this-
years
if
for
this
shooting
was-
yourself.
If it was here's the weird thing. If it was the Giuliani years, he'd be free. He would have never done that.
You think? See, wow, I have a different impression
Yeah,
about
man.
that because Giuliani was like real tough on crime, real tough.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a Super Bowl champion. He made the
He was
play
a
of the game.
hero. Yeah.
He was a hero. And plus it was registered somewhere else. It wasn't like it was an unregistered gun.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was registered in Virginia. He shouldn't have had
Hmm.
it on him, and he had it in the club. And then, like the injury was self. So he did it himself.
Yeah.
He did. It's not like he pulled out and shot at a bunch of people like Shine or something.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
just went off in his pocket, huh? Just shot him in the leg.
He cheddar bobbed himself.
You see how it always comes
Yeah.
back to Pac? Listen,
We
can we
talked
have
about
one
8
thing where we
earlier
don't bring
before
up
we hopped on.
Tupac? Enough.
What? What? What's wrong?
Enough with Tupac.
Why? What's wrong with Tupac, man?
Nah, he's a traitor, man.
I
Boy,
still want to
don't
know.
get-
I still want to
You
know
know
why
what, Phil?
y'all
Look
said
down
what I
there.
had, man.
You see my picture down there?
look at this. Look at this. This guy got a mural to him and everything. Look at this.
Yeah. Of
You know
course.
what?
Madam,
I got a surprise for you next episode, man. Watch. It's gonna be Biggie out in here. Watch.
Oh God.
And I'm not even
I'm
a
surprised
Biggie
you-
dude. That's the craziest thing. I'm not huge with Biggie. I'm more of a Nas. My favorite rapper of all time is Nas.
Mhm.
y'all surprised you salty about my hat though. I don't
Nah,
know why
because
you mad
Rock
at
Nation is kind of whack. Like the whole situation.
Why? You
The
don't like
whole-
watching the Rock Nation sports?
Nah, hell nah, man.
Why?
Ah.
Oh, come on, man. They take
Nah.
care of the athletes.
Nas cooked them too. So it's like, you from Queens, bro. Come on. Let's go.
No, but like, Rock Nation Sports is a real thing. They do a good thing, man.
They're good. They're
They,
good.
they financially advise like the athletes. They don't just take get them contracts and take a cut. Like they actually help these because like a lot of athletes were going broke.
Yeah,
They're not
well,
trying to be
yeah,
all
it's
in the
like-
videos.
Yeah.
So
all
when-
in the videos.
So when Jay-Z started Rock Nation Sports, his idea was to like not only represent players, but like help them in financially so they had money long term.
LeBron does
You know what I'm
that too, though,
saying? Like-
doesn't he?
Man, fuck LeBron. I don't care.
I know.
Sorry, I know.
LeBron.
I know it's supposed to be G-rated. My bad. But yeah.
No,
Okay,
I know. I don't
LeBron.
like LeBron either, bro. I know, but what's LeBron's thing? Isn't it like worldwide entertainment, something like that, right?
Something crazy. I don't know. I don't
CAA,
know.
CAA, I think it is, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. You
But
know,
I mean,
LeBron
I
takes
think
care of
that-
the
I
players,
think-
though.
But I think that was built more for him. I don't think it was built like Rock Nation isn't built for like one specific player.
It's for
Like
everybody,
LeBron-
right?
LeBron's was like completely engineered and manufactured to vehicle.
It was like
his own-
personalized for him.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I respect that.
So,
They're taking because
I don't even know who they have. I don't even know who LeBron has under his umbrella.
me
If he
neither.
has
I
anybody.
haven't looked that
You know what
up,
I'm
but I
saying?
know a lot of
Yeah.
players are with Rock Nation, though. I know that.
Yeah, like KD's over there. We
Mhm.
got soccer players, baseball players, football players. Like,
Now, can we bring up Kyrie really quick? Because right before we hit record, I seen what he wrote, what he said. He
what
said
happened?
that basketball is not
Isn't
his concern
important.
right now.
Mhm.
It's what's going on in the world. Dude, it's the playoffs, bro. It's playoff time. Focus on basketball for a little bit.
Listen to this.
Come
I
on,
say it
man.
like this, man. We don't need Kyrie.
Because Jared and I were talking about that. Like, yo, you gotta play the game.
Brooklyn doesn't need Kyrie. You can see it substantially, like how the difference is when Harden was gone to compare to what Harden is in now. Harden is way more better for the Nets.
Oh,
than
yeah.
Kyrie is.
Me too. Yeah, I think so too.
It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like Kyrie's, you know what I mean? I mess with Kyrie. He's one of my favorite players, but like I understand where he's coming from. It's just like, yo, I feel like he's trying to be a game changer. And it's like Ali was a game changer, right? Like the Vietnam thing, and like, yo, I'm not going to war. I'm not, you know what I mean? They drafted him and he's like, I'm not going. Like Kyrie's trying to pull that thing, but it's like, yo, you know what I mean? Like you're doing it the wrong time. I could see if like I'm gonna say, like
he's
pull
always
like
been like that. He's always been one on hiatuses and everything. Just I don't know.
Yeah,
he just takes off all the time.
I'm saying,
like, are you gonna play a game?
But all you're
That's what I'm
doing
saying.
is
So
like,
the fact that he says what's going on in the world now with he's talking about the Israeli stuff.
Yeah, the Gaza Strip and all that. Yeah,
but he's been doing this crazy stuff since before that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You gotta switch up like how you do things. It's like what I was saying last week. It's like, you know what I mean? Like you're doing it at the wrong time. So people are like, yo, what are you doing? Like it's prime time. We about to like it's playoffs. Like you're gonna make this championship run. It's different if you make the championship run, you win the finals, and then you go into the summer like, and then you say, you know what? You know what I mean? I'm gonna grow the afro out, and I'm gonna take a year, and I'm gonna go help heal the world. That would be way more commendable than it would be to be like in the middle.
It sounds similar to Kaepernick. How people say he started kneeling at the wrong time. Like, but I don't know. I'm a big Kaepernick supporter.
But here's the thing: like, I don't think he kneeled at the wrong time. He kneeled at the right time.
No, he didn't. That's right. I always tell people
he wasn't.
What was he supposed to wait for?
Right. Yeah.
It's the my thing with Kaepernick is this: like I feel like he did it. He did it with like weird intentions. It's like he never really like disclosed like what he was doing.
What
it's like
the kneel was about.
No, I mean like the kneel was about what it's about, but it's like, but you getting a check from Nike. And like, you know what I'm saying? You getting sponsorships and like all this other stuff. And it's like, well, you know what I mean? What's this really about? You know what I'm saying? Because when people make the argument where it's like, they sit there and say, oh, well, you know, he only did that because he knew his career was on decline. He wasn't going to get that money anymore.
I think he was still playing pretty good though. I think
he was third string. He wasn't even a starter anymore.
Yeah, but that was a more injury induced, I believe. I mean, Jared's the expert with the Niners, but I remember.
Yeah, because they did comparisons with Kaepernick's last 6 starts between like some other Pro Bowl quarterbacks that next year or that same year, and they were like equal. He was up there with them. It was just because he was doing the kneeling stuff and all that. No one cared about his stats. No one cared about what he was actually doing. And our team sucked, so that did get overlooked. Our team sucked. People just thought overall he sucked too, but he didn't.
No, he was good.
I feel like the problem with Kaepernick was that he was exposed already. He doesn't have that strong of an arm. You know what I'm saying? Like they figured out how to like make the stop. You know what I'm saying? To stop Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying?
It was something with his left. If you made him go to his left,
it was
he couldn't throw. Yeah,
it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he was done. You know what I'm saying? Like teams had figured him out. And here's the thing: it would have been different if Harbaugh would have stayed.
Oh, big time.
I feel like that was always like that never sat well with me. How like, you know what I'm saying? I understand he had to go to Michigan or whatever, but I didn't understand like how the organization couldn't come to terms with Harbaugh or to keep him on, because it's like you guys just went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and there's no salary cap on coaches.
Right, because that year was Jed York's fault. Instead of getting rid of Jim Harbaugh, he was supposed to get rid of Trent Baalke because no 49er fans like Trent Baalke. Right. But he kept him and got rid of Jim Harbaugh. which made no. And then the next year he got rid of Trent Baalke when it was already too late. Jim Harbaugh was gone.
Yeah. And it's like they
No,
it's weird because they made it to the Super Bowl and they were like, all right, we're gonna rebuild the team now. That's what it almost seemed like. It was like, what are you doing? Like
it was just strange. That whole incident with them was just weird.
What was it? Willis walked away from the game.
Well,
like,
they had a bunch of guys retire. They had a bunch of guys.
They say that was the worst offseason for any NFL team in history.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because the year before that, we had 8 Pro Bowlers, 8 or 9, and it was like the record for that year. The next year, they all either retired or went to different teams.
Yeah,
it was like some crazy like Illuminati stuff or something. I don't know. It was weird. I couldn't understand it.
Did you guys have that guy Borland? He was good too. The linebacker. He retired like 24 years old or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he started getting into like the CTE stuff and started learning about it. So he kind of wanted to, be cautious with that because he was a hard hitter. He was really good.
He's a good player, man. I liked him. He was a hard-nosed player.
Yeah.
They was putting Eli Manning on his back the whole game. When we won the Super Bowl that year.
Oh man, they beat Eli down.
I don't know how he withstood that. Like
I don't know,
done, man. Like
helmet backwards, grass. Remember that, I don't know how he did it.
That Niners defense was. That Niners defense was.
And what was that guy? Who you had? Justin Smith.
That was the Tony Montana squad.
Yeah, Justin Smith was the guy, right? The defensive end you had.
The Cowboy. The Cowboy, yep.
Yo, that dude was nice, man.
He's a big old dude, but he had a little tiny Budweiser tattoo, a little baby tattoo on him.
And then you had Aldon Smith, right? Yeah, Aldon Smith at that time.
Yeah.
Aldon Smith, Ahmad Brooks, freaking Navarro Bowman.
What a defense you guys had, man. I don't know how the Giants won that game. I don't know how. I mean, I know how the fumbles, but the way the Giants were able to pull that out.
Yo, they had heart, man.
Yeah, they just beat them with heart, right? Victor Cruz had heart. Manningham, those two.
Kyle Williams.
Yeah, Kyle Williams.
We talked about him all the time. It was Kyle Williams' fault at the end of the day.
I mean, Jaquan Williams did get his hand in there, though. Jaquan Williams did get his hand in there and strip that ball out.
But he did it twice.
Yeah, two muffs. Yeah,
Kyle Williams, he jacked it up twice. Come on. One time is fine if I'll do that, but twice and then just to walk the hell away, act like you didn't feel the damn ball hit your knee.
He tried to play it off. He got caught in a tough spot. He tried to play it off.
In front of millions of people, he thought millions of people were going to miss it, and he was going to only be the one that all of a sudden was right.
He got away with it.
There's cameras. We all seen it. I don't know. It was just
Listen,
whatever.
Man, you guys had a dynasty, man.
Yeah.
You guys had Joe Montana.
Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
Steve Young still has
my little replicas right there.
Yeah,
Steve
Young still has the I still remember that Super Bowl too, man. Steve Young killed him.
Yeah.
Killed the Chargers in that Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
Yeah, Steve Young was crazy.
I was only 5 years old. I don't even remember it.
That's
you don't remember that?
That's a shame.
No, I was only 5.
I remember that year, man.
I remember
Deion was on fire that year.
Oh yeah, that was Deion Sanders' best year in his whole career.
Yeah, man.
94.
Yeah, man.
Deion was a weird case too, because he kept going back and forth, like the Cowboys and 49ers. A guy that great usually never changes teams. I mean, it was kind of weird. He was just going back and forth. But I was too young to like remember thing that was going on in the contract.
Well, that's what T.O. did too.
Yeah, T.O. Yeah, but T.O. was
T.O. stood on the star, and then he went to the Cowboys too, didn't he? He went to the Cowboys.
Eagles, Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
He went
to the Eagles first.
The Eagles the most.
Yeah, he went to the Eagles, and he was the Bengals too. He went to the Bengals. He was Ocho Cinco.
Him and Ocho Cinco were the Bengals. Yep.
I think that's when he was done though.
Yeah, both of them. They both wasn't catching no passes that year.
Man.
Yeah. And then Ocho Cinco started to, getting into trouble and
changed his name. It's never good when you change your name. Look at Ron Artest. He was the man at Ron Artest. When he became like Meta World Peace, it was over. It was a wrap. It was a wrap.
He had to let that go, man. They'll never
Meta World Peace, but he was one of the meanest dudes out there.
His name will always resonate with that shit in Detroit.
Yeah, the Malice at the Palace. Yep.
Yeah, man.
The Malice at the Palace.
That was crazy. I still remember
I'll tell
that
you what. Go ahead, Ron.
Did you see the rookie camp yesterday?
Kelvin Benjamin?
Yeah.
Yeah, tight end. Tight end.
I don't think they need to play him at tight end. Just let him be a receiver.
Just let him catch anything. Put him wide receiver, tight end, whenever he can just maneuver around. Let him catch the ball.
Yeah.
Tight ends. You guys hear about Tim Tebow?
Oh man.
God.
Now that's
Listen,
white privilege.
yeah.
Let's just bring it out. Let's
How-
just say it now. It's white privilege.
Let me real quick though. How they gonna bring Tim Tebow back, but not Kaepernick yet? Tim Tebow need too. He took a
Yeah.
knee.
Because Kaepernick, he don't want to. He's not. Yo, that last workout, that was Kaepernick's fault. That
Yeah.
wasn't the NFL's fault.
Kaepernick likes
He-
being a martyr.
He left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth.
Right.
And you
I
can,
get it.
there's
I
certain-
get that too. But he's also because they weren't gonna allow any cameras there. Why weren't they gonna allow cameras? Like why?
Because there's always some
so they
weird
could tell-
circumstances in his
So they could
camp.
tell other people, like the news outlets, that he sucks,
'cause-
and there would be no proof.
Yo, because they had the contract thing, right? The liability thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was that's had a lot to do with it. My man, I'm one of my good friends, he was in the NFL. So like he was a safety for the Bears and the Detroit Lions. And like when this was going on, I remember we was all talking, and he was telling me, he was like, yo, like the stuff that he's like sitting there and trying to not agree to, he knows that every athlete that tries out for a team has to fill out that paperwork and has to do it by the NFL standard. It's not like he tried to make it seem like his situation was different. And it's like the NFL wasn't treating him any different than anybody else. Like, you're just gonna work out, and whoever likes you is gonna, give you a call. But he wanted to make it all weird and like shady and sketchy. And so like my man was like,
conspiracy.
yeah, because my man's like, yo, he's super pro-black. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, I rock with Kaepernick, but like when all that happened, he was like, yo, that's all wrong, because he was like, all the things that Kaepernick was putting up on Twitter, like the contracts and stuff. He was like, I signed all those. I know what all those are. They're not.
Right.
You know what I mean? They weren't trying to like, because it's like, for instance, like the injury clause, like, it's a liability. So it's like you sign it to sit there and say like you're working out for the NFL, but we're not liable for you injuring yourself if you like, you know what I'm saying? If you tear something, if you sprain your ankle, like that's not our fault. That's on you.
Mhm.
And he didn't want to fill that out.
Just
And
being
it's
a
like-
martyr, just to be a martyr. Just
That's all. That's all
come
it is. I feel like a lot of like it was genuine at first, but I feel like a lot of that stuff went to his head as things progressed further along and along. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah,
I
No, he got really,
I don't look
he
at
got really
Tebow-
paranoid.
I don't look at Tebow as a white privilege. I look at that as a Florida Gator
privilege.
No, I was just kidding. Yeah,
Because that's
he
all
thought he,
Urban Meyer. That's
he was
all
praying.
Urban Meyer. Like, huh?
He was praying when he took his knee. I was just kidding. I wasn't. It wasn't the same
Well,
type
Mark
of knee.
Bavaro was doing that too. Mark Bavaro was the first guy that used to get on his knee and do that little prayer thing when he was the tight end for the Giants. He was doing that.
I
But
don't
how
think it's
long
fair
ago
what
was
they
that?
did to Tebow.
90, 86 and 90.
There was one for the Eagles. He was the first one to take a knee in the end zone and pray. He was for the Eagles like in the 70s.
But
So I drew him.
Is it
I
Herm
drew him,
Edwards?
Tebow, and Kaepernick taking kneels.
Well,
I don't know if you ever saw that picture. I put it on Facebook.
No.
I totally think it's trash that Tebow was like when they told him like you can't do that anymore. Like,
Yeah, because that's why I drew it, because they gave him a lot of flack too for praying.
yeah.
One thing with
He
him,
was
I felt
praying.
like he got the bad, like the short end of the stick, because he did win a playoff game against the Pittsburgh Steelers that year.
Yeah, he
won the
did.
Super Bowl that year. Giants won the Super Bowl that year. So I remember when
I feel like they didn't want him to be part of like, because you have to be like, there's a lot of like, but reverting back to my boy, I don't want to keep bringing him up, but like my boy, like he says like there's a lot of politics involved.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when he was in Chicago, like he was one of the best safeties, but he was on third string and because him and Lovie Smith did, because Lovie Smith was the coach at the time.
yeah,
When Rex, you know what I mean? Yeah, when Sexy Rex was there, like you know what I mean? Like, and so like he told me, he was like, yo, me and Lovie Smith just didn't get along. So it was just like I could have been a starter anywhere.
Yeah, Lovey always
you know
looked
what I'm
like he
saying?
had something.
They
else.
muddy your name. Like if this person don't like you in the league, like it's an actual fraternity. So it's like if you're not doing everything they want you to do, like they'll muddy your name. They'll do their best to muddy your name. Look at Phillip Rivers, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't play the politics game. He didn't do anything wrong, but he didn't play the politics game, and that's why. And Phillip Rivers is probably one of the best quarterbacks
of all time
in the last 15 to 20 years.
Just so he just never won
He
a
was
Super Bowl.
consistent. Yeah, he was consistent. Like he was putting up, great numbers every year. It's
One of the
just
greatest
he
ever.
didn't play the politics. So it's like if you don't play the politics, like the NFLs are very funny, man. Like you got to start paying your players.
Yeah, the
You
politics,
got to
just
start
like
taking.
Ocho Cinco on what was it, the dark side of football. Have you guys seen it on Vice?
I seen some of that. Yes. Yup.
He was saying
Yeah.
how they pretty much outed him and didn't like him because he was like the king of celebrations with the Hall of Fame
Yeah.
jacket, the Ocho Cinco, all the stuff he did. But now they got the celebration camera.
Right.
So it's just like the politics. It's just dumb. He said he's going to sue them for all of his fine money back.
Well, I think he could use it too.
Yeah, like,
And he's running
I mean,
low.
messed up.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just sad what what the NFL does to players. It's not nurturing like the NBA. The NBA is like nurturing the players. A couple other leagues, what is baseball, like it's not really a players league, but it's starting to turn that route. Where the NFL is just completely like holding on to like this old, and it's very slave master mentality. You can think about it.
Big time.
Oh, yeah, it's like
big time.
You're not guaranteeing any of these people their money when they're they're literally putting their bodies on the line. Each game, like I remember watching a thing where with LaDainian Tomlinson was they were doing like the science thing on ESPN. They were breaking it down, and they were saying like each game, like LT was playing, he was suffering like a minor car accident. Like that's how much damage you're doing to your body week in and week out.
Yeah,
and it's like you're not guaranteeing money.
They were like racehorses.
Yeah,
you're making money over. Yeah, because it's like it goes back to the slave times, and like not to make it racial, but I mean it's like you take the biggest, blackest, strongest person you can find, and that's gonna be your workhorse.
It was like a little documentary thing. This one player, I forget, it's happened hundreds of times throughout the league over years, but the one player his ankle was pretty much broke, so they just kept giving him painkillers and said, "You're not gonna tell anybody it's broken because you got to get out there and play." It's just stuff like that.
I forget who that was. I remember that story. Yeah. That happens all the time.
They give him needles. They give him straight up needles, like right before the games, painkillers, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, true.
I think that's why, like John Sally, John Sally, but reverting to football, Ricky Williams, he was talking about that, where he was saying like that's why he started smoking weed because. He was having pains, and they were like giving him all this stuff, like the needles, whatever, like the shots or whatever. And like when he started smoking the weed, that's when he was like, oh, like this is better for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not being inoculated with all these drugs and becoming addicted to these drugs. I feel.
And then that's when they tried to make him seem like he was a weirdo because he started getting his long dreads, and he's like, "Oh, he's a weirdo now. You gotta get rid of him now."
No, he moved to Netherlands. He moved to Amsterdam.
Yeah, he's floating in the water in Amsterdam, and then he went to the Amazon for a while. He's not. You can see in his interviews, he's not all there though. To be fair,
no, he's all there. It's just see. This is the problem that I have with you, Phil.
Okay.
You pro system sometimes. And you don't think about it. Players are right a lot of the times. They're the ones that are going to quote unquote the office. So they're on the field. They know what's going on, and it's like so when they spike up and say something, that's what the machine does. They turn and then they make you look crazy.
Well, you don't think he made himself look crazy wearing a dress on ESPN magazine? No, he's marrying Mike Ditka. I mean, come on.
But the league wanted him to do that. He didn't want to do that.
But how come Mike Ditka didn't wear the dress?
I don't know. That's something you gotta ask him.
You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. It's like
I don't know why.
Right.
Because you gotta think, Phil. You're under the illusion, right? When you get drafted or whatever, and you're in a professional sport, you come from nothing, or you come from substandard. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not rich. Now you got all this money. You get a PR, you get a marketing, you got your agent, you got your manager, you have all these people you have to deal with, the team, the organization, and all this stuff. And so like they're telling you wear the dress. You have 20 people telling you it's a great idea. It'll be a great optics. It'll be great for your career. It'll be great for your brand. What are you gonna do? You're gonna be like, you're gonna come to terms with it. You're gonna be upset about it. You're gonna be like, well, fuck it, I'll wear the dress. Why
Yeah, I
not?
guess so. I mean,
Isn't that kind of what they say happened to Cam Newton? You guys ever heard that one?
no.
What?
Because it was it's like this is a conspiracy theory, but it's actually pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's when they went to the Super Bowl, it was the Carolina Panthers versus the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
Or was it the Broncos?
No, it was the Broncos, but that was Peyton's last game. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I just
So
talked
it
about
was-
this last
Yeah,
week.
you
Jared.
did,
I
you
already
did.
know it. Yeah, I'm with you, Jared. I totally believe the conspiracy. I because I believe the conspiracy, and you know, I didn't want to bring it up last week with Todd, but it's like, yo, bro, if you give Marshawn Lynch that ball instead
Oh,
of
that
doing,
Super
throwing
Bowl's
that,
over. Yeah,
throwing that
yeah,
terrible slant, that
yeah.
slant pass.
Well, no, that one was weird
know what I'm
too.
saying?
But the one with Cam Newton though, it was so it's Super Bowl 50, the
Mm-hmm.
Panthers, right? And it was the 50th anniversary, 50th year anniversary for the start of the Black Panthers.
Ooh, okay.
So, and I guess Super Bowl week, Cam Newton started dressing like feminine, which is like I guess it's like a certain symbol. It's like a sign for something. When the Black Panthers start, I guess they're mostly females that are head in charge in the Black Panther Party,
No,
something like that.
No,
So
no,
they-
no, no,
Look at Ron.
You
Look
don't
at
think so,
Ron.
no?
no,
Look at Ron.
no. Let me tell
Well, I'm
you
just
what.
thinking of Phoenix Shakur. Phoenix Shakur's up there. She's female.
Well, no,
She's
I
still
mean,
on the
like
run of
there's
Phoenix Shakur, right?
no, there's very powerful women in the Black Panther Party, but like what they do traditionally, what it is like the Black Panther Party, like they built an infrastructure for Black communities. So what they did over time, like COINTELPRO, the federal FBI, they infiltrated the system and was able to destroy like the Black family. That's why you have a high, like, you know what I'm saying? Like prison, you know what I mean? Like a lot of Black people are going to prison, like Black men specifically are going to prison. Women are left to be on like Section 8 and like, you know what I mean? On food stamps or some type of assistance. So it's like the idea, the perspective is you're right. You got it misconstrued a little bit, Jared. What you're right. It's like it's the 50 years of the Black Panthers. So what they do is we'll make Cam Newton and completely feminize the Black man and the ideology.
Yeah,
of
that's what it was for Super Bowl
you know what I'm
week. He
saying?
was dressing
Yeah.
in like really slim pants, zebra-looking pants, high heels.
Yeah,
And then in
that's
that
why
fumble, remember when he fumbled it, he jumped away from it.
Yeah, and that's why I say like the week before, right? The year before, not the week before, but the year before, when it was Seattle versus New England, you had Marshawn Lynch. You can't tell Marshawn Lynch nothing.
The beast mode.
So when
man.
he's sitting there like, I'm not talking to the media, I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? All this stuff,
Eating
like
Skittles.
he's playing. Yeah, he's eating Skittles. He's doing what he wants to do.
Yep.
And it's like when it comes, because if he would have got that touchdown, let's just call it what it is.
He's
He got
the
a
MVP.
he would have been MVP.
No doubt.
He would have been the face of the NFL for at least 2 to 3 weeks. They can't have that.
They wanted
They can't
Russell
have
Wilson, the good boy.
Exactly.
And that one sounds like that one reminds me of the Warriors when the Cavaliers. Have you heard when they were up 3-1?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, it was like here comes
Draymond.
King James to slay the Warriors and win the war.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tired
what
of
the
him,
hell,
too.
like, man? That was great. That one. But you know what I mean? Here comes King James to slay the Warriors.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
crap. That whole thing was
Yo,
crap.
because I feel like this, man. I feel like after Jordan, they after Jordan won the last finals against Utah and like the storybook, like the last shot. Like, yo, sports has always been hell bent in having the story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like having the story.
gotta have
like,
the dramatics.
sell and make more money. And it's like that's what they've constantly tried to do with LeBron. It's not like LeBron. Like LeBron is one of the greatest players
Oh yeah.
of all time. But like what the turn off to me is the fact that it's not so much LeBron. It's not, I don't hate him. I hate the story that they try to build around him to make him greater than he actually is and just let him be great on his own.
Because every day on Facebook, every 5 minutes, it's on like ESPN and Sports Center, they're posting about him. When Dwayne Wade retired, that whole week they kept having to bring up LeBron James. It was Dwayne Wade's retirement. It had nothing to do with LeBron, but they wouldn't stop bringing him up.
Right.
Like I hate it.
And then when the Knicks were doing good, the Knicks get what what do they call that? I'm missing a word right now, but all of a sudden now they're certified good because LeBron said the Knicks are good this year. Like that made them good all of a sudden because
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like it made them for real because LeBron said, "Oh, the NBA is good when the Knicks are good." Dude, we've been
That's
good without
trash.
you, bro. We don't need you. You stay over there. You do your thing. You nurse your injuries. Worry about your team. Your team was on the brisk, not on the cusp of not making.
He got to go.
He got to go. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know,
That's why I like. That's why I
Stay on your
like
side.
Kyrie. That's why I like Kyrie and I like KD because I like the fact that you have somebody that's antithesis to that. Where
mhm.
it's like we don't have to abide by your rules or your story. It's the same concept of like Fab Five. It's like everything like the Fab Five, like you know, at that time, like the way college basketball was set up, it was like the story. It's like North Carolina and Duke and
Mhm.
like all these schools and stuff like that. And the Fab Five came in like we don't care about your rules.
Yeah,
We
that
don't
I know
care.
that
You know what I'm
five,
saying?
Fab
Like,
Five team.
and
Yeah.
you need people like that to come in and be like,
Forget all
these statues that you build and like you wreck for all these people. Like you have to have somebody that comes in, like the dark side that comes in, which is like, yo, we don't care about none of that. We here to play ball, we here to win,
Mhm.
and we here to show out. And that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I've always liked KD because it's like, so what if he's emotional? So what if he has a burner account and he's talking crazy to people on Twitter? Like it's just like he's still going out there and he's still doing what he's doing. He gave it to LeBron James 2 years in a row.
Yes, he
Let's not
did.
forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I owe that to
Mhm.
KD. I respect KD
You
for
know?
that because he was like a hero to me. As long
He
as
hit that
LeBron
three
doesn't
right in
win it, we're
LeBron's
good.
face too. Right in LeBron's face.
Yep.
the same spot 2 years in a row. He hit that
Yep.
jumper, that 3-pointer.
Yep.
hmm
But about KD, that now they keep playing that clip where he said, "Yeah, you know, I didn't sign with the Knicks because these days the Knicks are not cool." He's kind of eating those words a little bit now, though. The Knicks are the cool. The Knicks are
They're
the
not
cool story. in New York.
cool.
Ain't nobody talking
Nah,
about
man.
Ron.
You
We live in New York.
manufacturing, yo, bro.
Ron, we live in New York. Has anyone talked about the
Bro.
Nets? Let's be honest.
It
with
don't
you.
matter. 'Cause
Who's
you know
on the
why?
back
There's
page
nothing.
of the New York
What is
Post
it?
and the New York Daily News? It's the Knicks. No one cares
Jared,
about
Jared,
Brooklyn.
look at this.
You
Jared,
know
look at
that
this.
though,
Jared, look at
Ron.
this.
Jared's
Jared,
not in New
Jared,
York, so he
Jared,
doesn't.
look at me, brother.
Ron,
Jared,
I love you,
no,
my brother.
you know
my
why?
big brother.
You know
But-
why?
Mhm.
Bro, you know why? Because everybody
Why?
knows what's gonna happen. There's no point in talking about the Nets.
But does anyone
'Cause everybody
care
knows
about
what's gonna
Brooklyn
happen.
Nets? They don't have fans. Let's
How
be
do they
real
not have
though.
fans?
There's no fans in Brooklyn, bro.
Bro,
The
you
Nets
guys
have
are excited
zero
to be a 4 seed to
fans.
lose in 2 rounds or less. You're excited for nothing.
Is Brooklyn in the
relevant-
house?
Again. Wait, what'd you say, Jared? What'd you say?
I said, is Brooklyn in the house?
Oh Lord.
You already know that. You're gonna get knocked out either this round or next round. It's okay. Just deal with it.
No, but that's fine.
You guys are amped. I've never seen a city be so amped about a team that's mediocre.
You
I
sound
just
like you
never
got sour
seen-
grapes though, because but
I don't
Ron,
have sour grapes.
Ron, when you go
I
to
don't
the
have sour grapes.
bodega, what are they talking about? They're talking about the New York Knicks because I had this conversation with my dad yesterday at my sister's house. My dad said, "You know what, man? Have you heard anyone talk about the Nets in New York?" I said, "No. It's all about the New York Knicks. That's all people are talking about." And you know that's true, Ron. It's not because I'm a Knicks fan.
No,
but
not
it's the
here.
truth.
That's not true here.
Yes, it is.
No, in Brooklyn? No.
Yeah.
No, you're crazy. Come down here.
I'll
show
be with
you.
you next. I'll go see you next
Yeah.
weekend, and we'll talk about some basketball.
We can do the show from here.
I'll be
We'll do
honest.
the show from the house. Yeah, we'll do it
Here in
live.
California, they're talking about both teams, but with the Knicks, they're actually talking about the game. When it comes to the
Right.
Nets, they're talking about Kyrie being crazy and
The
stuff.
theatrics. It's theatrics.
Yeah.
It's a Broadway
Well, that
show
is- it's
over
a-
there.
This theatrics, but we're still going to win. See, that's the thing you don't neglect to understand. Like, I don't understand. This is the problem with the Knicks. And this is why I'm not a fan anymore. You guys sit there and like, the Knicks, we're 4th seed. You're going to die a miserable death. Like you do every year. And it's like but you get excited for nothing. And so you're gonna open up the Garden next year and everybody's gonna come
Yes.
to do the same mediocre
Yes.
stuff again? Bro, stop.
We're a couple of
This
Ron.
is why you guys keep pumping in money and ideas
Right.
and all your fandom for nothing, for
We're
no
a
reason.
couple-
To
so
lose.
you don't think we're one star away from being right there though? With Julius
No.
Randle, RJ.
Hell no.
What?
Hell no.
Get us
No.
so you don't think if Lonzo Ball comes to the Knicks next year,
What? Let me ask you something. What star is even fitting in that system?
Lonzo Ball. I mean, he's not a star, but he'll be a solid point guard with that young Knicks team.
He's not gonna play D the way Thibodeau wants him to.
Maybe though, because he has the length. He has the talent to play that defense.
No.
That look, if the Nets win the championship, no one's going to talk about it.
But listen, I'm talking about a star.
Yeah.
Lonzo's not a star.
No, but he's a good
star.
He's a budding star with a young core. The Knicks.
You think he could be that
piece?
You think he could be that piece?
Yes.
You can't consistently depend on the Lonzo Ball though.
No, you can't.
You know this.
Yeah, no, I know. But listen, this is the thing. The Knicks are young. They play deep. They do something a lot of teams don't do. They play defense. Even if we're playing the Bucks in the first round, I think we could beat them. Because we beat the Bucks this year. Because we had Giannis on lock. That Knicks defense is no joke.
You know Giannis
is on a strike right now, man. He's gonna burn the Knicks.
That's
you
fine.
Already know that.
But
he's burned us twice already.
Now we're a destination again. Look, they compared this Knicks run to Brooklyn. Brooklyn was the same thing. They had those pesky defensive players, and Kyrie said, "You know what? They have something we could win there." And they went to Brooklyn. It's the same thing going on now with the Knicks. You have, first of all, we have the most salary cap in basketball. We're like the youngest team in basketball.
We have the most salary cap in basketball. What happened the last time you had the most salary cap?
We didn't get nobody.
You couldn't get a meeting.
But we had no culture, though. We had no culture. But guess what that did? No, but guess what that brought? That brought us Julius Randle. And now look, now he's a bargain. Now he's a superstar. Let's just call it what it is. Julius Randle is a superstar.
You're bugging.
He's top 5 MVP candidate, though. He's top
bugging.
5 in the MVP candidacy. What did Stephen A say the other day? Stephen A said, let's call it for what it is. Julius Randle's going to get more MVP votes than Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant.
Yo, man, I'm not listening to a Negro that got his hairline all the way in the middle of his head.
But he's still working it, though. He's
bro.
He's boxing it up, though. It looks fly, though. It looks fly.
Nah. We not doing this, man.
But he was doing the burn. It looked cool. I
just don't understand how you get amped up. Like
I'm not right. Because you know why?
I'm looking at the big picture. Knocked out in the second round.
Nah, but I'm looking at the big picture. This isn't Melo.
You've been looking at the big picture for how long, though?
But see, we had that going when we brought Melo in. We traded everybody. So the thing is, I'm looking at it. This is the Knicks pre-Melo when we just had Stat and a bunch of good young players like Gallinari.
Wait a minute. Because you had, that next team when you had Jason Kidd and all them, they should have won. They should have never lost to that Pacers team.
But Jason Kidd, they ran out of gas.
They should have never lost to that Pacers team, and you know this.
But that was on Tyson Chandler, though. Tyson Chandler got bullied. Roy Hibbert was bullying him.
What happened to Roy Hibbert? Anybody,
fell off the face of the planet after that.
Yeah, fell off the face of the planet. Hibbert at? Exactly.
I love Georgetown, big Georgetown head though, so I liked Roy Hibbert, but he fell off the face of the planet. But this is the Knicks in pre-Melo when we had Stat and Gallinari and Raymond Felton, and we just had that young nucleus of players. That's how I feel now. But we don't have to go trade everybody away because we have Julius Randle already. We have Quickly coming up. We have RJ Barrett, who's the youngest player in the NBA. We have Nerlens Noel. We have Mitch Robinson. We play defense. Alec Burks hitting those clutch threes. Reggie Bullock hitting those clutch threes. And I think Reggie Bullock played for the Lakers. I'm pretty sure. So he comes to the Knicks and he's hitting clutch threes. The Knicks, I'm telling you, no one's talking about Brooklyn right now. This is a Knick town. It always was and it always will be about the New York Knicks. It's Madison Square Garden, brother. You can't.
You sound like a straight Yankee fan right now with no World Series at all to contribute to your name. You like, this is the Knicks town. You sound like a Yankee fan right now. Ron,
come on. We're keeping it real. This is another shade of blue. We keep it real here, right? Let's be honest. In New York City, where we both live, nobody is talking about the Brooklyn Nets. Let's keep it real.
That's a lie.
We just like Jared said. Jared said they're talking about the Knicks for the product on the court. With the Nets, they're talking about the theatrics. It's a Broadway show and they play in Brooklyn.
At the same time, because
I'm across the country though, so it might be different.
You got to understand something. At the same time, they're talking about the theatrics because they already know what's going to happen. Because once that chemistry is cemented, there's nobody beating.
They're not beating the Sixers. They're not.
Bro, stop it.
We'll see. We'll see if Kyrie's on a voyage or across seas, or if he even plays in the playoffs.
Stop.
Who knows what he's gonna do?
Stop it.
He's crossing. He's over there. He's gonna be the Gaza Strip.
Wild
Watch.
out. You're wild right now.
He's gonna be in Gaza or something. Watch.
hanging out with
Something weird
Ricky
is gonna
Williams.
happen.
I know you did not bring up the Sixers.
I think the Sixers
You're
are gonna
wild.
beat them. I do.
No.
And remember,
Wow.
hold on. With everyone healthy, didn't they just lose back-to-back games to the Bucks because Giannis was working them? Giannis was
It don't
schooling them.
matter.
Didn't they just lose 2 straight to the Bucks?
It's just like you saying like the Sixers are gonna beat them. It's like, yo, like Ben Simmons said, oh, I can stop Kyrie while Kyrie dropped 38 on you. What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't like
what
Ben
do you,
Simmons.
what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? What are you saying?
I don't like Ben Simmons though, but I think Embiid. I don't know. We'll see. Well, all I'm gonna say is, Jared, you're not in New York, but I'm painting the picture how it is, and Ron knows that.
He's painting the
that.
picture from the Bronx. Don't get it twisted.
I work
He's
in
painting the pic-
I work in Empire State Building. Yo, matter of fact, Jared, I'm gonna send you a picture because outside
Jared,
my job, they have a big Kaepernick advertisement now. I think he got his own ice cream with Ben and Jerry. So I'm gonna send you the picture about Kaepernick.
Hold on.
yeah.
See, Phil neglects to tell you that he was in Empire State Building.
Yeah.
It's literally 2 blocks from Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
That's like sitting there and saying like, oh, I'm at Atlantic Avenue and all they're talking about is the Nets here.
But wait,
of course
hold
they're
on.
gonna talk about the Knicks.
But I work in Empire State Building, and when these tourists come in now, guess what? And I'm not making this up. Everyone's
Tourists?
wearing
What do you
Knick
mean?
jerseys. All the tourists. I never see a tourist rocking something from Brooklyn, bro. It's all Knick
Stop
jerseys. Ain't nobody
Stop.
talking about. And me and my dad keep it real. When the Knicks suck, they suck. But nobody's talking about the Brooklyn Nets. They just don't exist here.
No, they talk about them.
Every day.
No, they're off Broadway show though. They have an off Broadway show in Brooklyn now.
Are we resorting to insults now? That's what we're doing? Off
It's an
Broadway?
off-Broadway show, bro. Between Harden, I got their best play. I don't know. I like Harden. I don't know. They're just weird though. They're just like between KD and Kyrie. You don't know who's weirder, who's
No,
stranger.
because
You know why?
you don't, because they're not doing what you want them to do. We had this conversation before when you was mad about Kyrie taking days off. When you call in to work, do you not? You've called in to work.
Yeah, but I don't call and say but I'm not also at my job in the locker room burning sage and stuff and saying this. I mean, you got to go to work. I run out of
Sage
sick
at
days
work.
eventually. Jared, we got to go to work.
He run out of 6 days too.
And
They're-
Jared's on
every-
my side with Kyrie. Jared knows that. We spoke about Kyrie before, and Jared's on the same side as me. Like, you got to play the game, though. At a certain point, you got to play the game.
Whoa, you're allotted. They're all players are allotted. There's so many days that they don't have to show up if they don't want to show up. It's just people play. You can't be mad for something you do. That we all do. We've all called into work. We've all took a week off. We've
Yeah,
all
but I don't
took
make
mental
the money
days.
Kyrie makes. We got to go. You got to go.
What does that mean? So Kyrie makes a lot of money, so he has to be there.
Yes, because people are paying to watch him. They're not watching
that's
me.
crazy.
They're not paying to watch me mop a floor at the Empire State
Yeah,
Building. They're paying the money to watch him put the ball in the hoop.
But they pay for you so they can walk through clean hallways and shit on clean toilets.
Right. But I'm there. I'm doing my duty. You got to go to work, Kyrie.
You the star of the game. You the star of the game to make sure all the lights,
Because I
the
think
light
it was
bulbs
Jared,
are
right? You
on.
messaged me about Kyrie.
Yeah, because whenever he does take a leave, it always says for personal reasons.
Right. Like, how many
He's
personal
allowed-
days?
Like,
you
what does
got?
that mean?
But he's allowed to have personal reasons, though.
Well, how many? Like
He
once,
took a
like
week
once
off because
every,
he was mad
every
at
week.
Christopher Columbus. Like, what are you doing? What does Christopher
don't hate
Columbus
on
guy
it.
do? You taking 5 games off?
How you hate? It had nothing to do with Christopher Columbus.
Maybe he's like, Columbus Day. I'm taking a week off. I got to get my thoughts clear because I can't believe you guys celebrate Columbus Day. He walks off the thing. Like, what are you doing, bro? Come on. What is that? Dude, you play basketball, bro. Play
I don't
the
want
game.
to. Yo, bro, if I ever hit you up and you're like, yo, I called into work today, come over. Yo, bro, you getting it. You getting it all day. I'm talking crazy to you all day. You should be at work. You're the superstar. They pay you to do what you do, right?
Right. But Jared, listen, we had this talk before. I'm not trying to throw Jared into the mix, but Jared and I spoke about this because he messaged me on. He was like, yo, is it just me or Kyrie's never playing the game? I was like, it's not just you. It's something that we all know.
Jared can't say, well, never mind. You're not a Laker fan, are you, Jared?
Warriors.
So I can't hate. I can't hate on it.
Yeah.
Because LeBron
I like
just did
Kyrie.
it.
I'm
But you
a
got to
fan
think
of
about
Kyrie.
it.
It's just his. I don't
LeBron
know,
just
it's
did
just
it the
weird.
other day, though. LeBron took the day off, but he just showed up just to put up the banner. So you know what I mean? They all do it. You can't be mad at him.
No, they all do it, but I just feel like Kyrie does it. He does it a lot more.
No, they all do it the same amount. You look at Kawhi Leonard. That dude took a whole year off. He was like, I'm not playing.
Mm-hmm.
On a sprained ankle, an entire year?
I think he definitely takes more days off than Curry, though.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, Curry's not a part of the subject here, all right? We're not talking about Steph Curry right now.
You see,
But I was gonna bring him up right now though, because I just got the notification. He got the scoring title. He's the
Shout
oldest
out
player
to
since Michael
Steph.
Jordan to do it after 33 years old.
Shout out to Steph. That's
Who?
the man right there.
Oh, Steph?
Curry. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the
Got
man
the
right
scoring
there.
title.
We gonna beef about this Knicks shit though. It's not
Because
over
it
yet.
seems to me you're
Right
look,
there, I felt like Vince Scully says when something great's happening, all I can do is just sit and shut up and watch. That's
And
what I
this is
did
a
with you guys right now.
Right, because see, we're trying to give you the pulse of New York City, and I'm telling you, I'm there. There's no Brooklyn Nets stuff in the streets over here. Look, okay, I'm gonna start sending Jared the pictures of the Daily News and the Post every day. It's only Knicks. No one's talking about the Brooklyn
Who
Nets. And
reads
it's
the
not because I'm a
Post?
Knicks fan. It's not because I'm a Knicks
You
fan.
don't
It's
even
the
hold
truth.
on a second. You don't even read the Post. Who cares? The Post.
I read the
live.
Post, brother, every day
They,
on that
yo,
subway
bro,
train, baby. Reading the Post.
You read the Post?
Yes,
What
and the
happened to
Daily
you? I
News.
don't know
Actually,
you.
I'm a Post
I
guy.
don't
I'm
know
a
you
Post
no
guy
more.
myself.
I don't know you no more, man. You
Listen, I know I'm a
crazy.
Democrat and Rupert Murdoch or whatever's with the Post, but I read the Post sports section is what I do. I'm a sports guy.
Yeah, and they have it out. They have it out for Negroes. They got a mind of their own.
Listen, I'm just on the Post.
You can't let the man just do what he wants to do. Like you can't just
No.
This
This is
that's
look,
crazy.
you want
That's
to play in New
crazy
York.
talk, man.
Why do you think
That's
he went to
crazy
Brooklyn?
talk.
Let's be honest. Why do you think he went to Brooklyn? Imagine if he played for the Knicks. That whole all these it would not fly. It would not fly.
Yeah,
He
but
would
you
be
know
booed
what?
out the
I did say
garden.
though,
He'd be
with
booed out the
Kyrie, I
garden.
did say I don't like how he does all these leave of absences, but when he does show up, he puts his
He
numbers
shows
up.
up.
He
He's a good
still
player.
does his job. He still does what he's
But
supposed to
then
do.
look at Boston. Boston could not wait to get him out of there.
Yo, but look at this. Look at this. He didn't never wanted to play in Boston. Cavaliers sent him to Boston. That
Yeah.
wasn't on his list. He didn't want to play there. They
I forget
knew
who's
that
on
when they
this
took him
list
on.
or
So
whatever.
they burned themselves with that one. That wasn't Kyrie's fault. He made it known he didn't want to play in Boston. They just sent him there to get Isaiah Thomas.
Who was
And how'd that
horrible,
work
too.
out?
That it didn't work out for neither team.
But my point is, it's like people sit here and like hold this heralded action and stuff like that. Where it's like, well, if it was with the Knicks, that wouldn't fly.
Would not fly.
But,
Nope.
But hold on a second. But we kicking out Patrick Ewing and we kicking out Charles Oakley.
No,
and we banning Spike.
Ewan did
Bro,
not
we banning
get
Spike Lee.
kicked out.
Charles Oakley didn't get banned from the Garden.
I mean, he threatened the owner.
I don't give a shit. He
But
still
he
got
didn't
banned.
listen.
He's
but
still
look,
a legend.
I love
He's
Oak.
still a-
I love Oak, but guess what? Oak didn't come through with a
No.
chip, though. That's the thing. Oak never came through with a chip. If
Whose
you
fault
came
is
through
that?
with a chip, that he would have more cachet. Like, he didn't
Yo,
come through.
Do they still got the
Ewan
doors
didn't
locked
come
on
through.
Spike
I
Lee?
love Patrick Ewing, greatest Knick of all time in my eyes, but he didn't come. He didn't deliver. And that security, he didn't get kicked out of the Garden. The security guy was a 15-year-old dude or whatever. He probably don't even know who Patrick Ewing is.
It don't matter. He should have got the red carpet treatment from jump. He should have.
No doubt about it.
There should have never been any misconception about it.
Patrick Ewing should never pay for anything in New York City. Never.
Well, you know this, and this is why Chris Stapps left on the way he left. And you can sit there and say, well, it's fine. He is where he is. And he's not as good as what he was with us. But at the same time, he's right. He was right when he left.
Because something with Melo, whatever, with Phil Jackson. That was a whole Phil Jackson incident with that.
Well, you can't be mad at Phil Jackson. He can do what he wants. He got the chip here, right?
Yeah, two chips.
Well,
player.
Well, why are we mad at Phil Jackson for then? You delivered.
He delivered. Let's keep it real, though. He did.
See, you choosing sides, man.
Nah, man, I'm not. Listen, it's just I've been with the Knicks since my dad was teasing me the other day how he remembers I was hysterical crying when the Knicks lost in '94. I was hysterical crying when the Knicks lost in '99 to the Spurs. My Knicks love. I'm a Knicks fan first before anything. Before I'm a Met fan and Giant fan, I'm a Knicks fan first. That's my true team when I was a kid was the New York Knicks.
And I'm sorry for you, brother.
But I'm there.
I'll give you a hug.
I know.
I'll give you a hug. He'd be all right.
But you was there. No, but my dad mentioned you though. My shout outs to my father.
Oh, what
My
he say?
dad
What'd
mentioned you.
say?
He said, I don't know how the hell, and I'm not even exaggerating nothing. He said, I don't know how the hell Ron went from I love the Knicks, all of a sudden now you're in Brooklyn, now it's a net thing.
I just told you why. I explained it to you.
I know
don't
you
know why I
explained
gotta
it to me.
keep
It's the
explaining it.
politics behind this. The
So
Knicks.
why don't you explain it to him? Why
I did.
don't
I
like the
said it's
Knicks?
politics, and he don't want to hear it. Because the Mets is
but
all about
I don't
politics
wanna
too,
hear
but we
it.
still love the Mets. I mean, you're still a huge Met head. You go sit in the cold to hit them to see them hit
Well,
one
yeah.
run, one hit.
Yeah,
So why
But
can't
at
you
the
do it for
same
the
time-
Knicks?
but at the same time, the Mets didn't get a high-profile player and sat him on the bench, and then had a vice president philandering around and cost the Garden millions of $10 million in lawsuits because he couldn't keep his hands to himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got owners kicking out and disgracing legends, and then bringing out and paying Latrell Sprewell to come show up because Latrell Sprewell was broke and he'll do it for $1. Come on, man.
He
It's
couldn't feed his
disrespectful.
family, man.
It's disrespectful.
Freeze.
And then what? What'd you
Bree
say?
said he couldn't feed his family on 17 mil a year. Remember?
But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Knicks have constantly done disparaging things to themselves. I'm just tired of it. I shouldn't have to like it if I don't like it. If I don't want to be a part of it, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a girl, like, just because you look good, but you've just been doing crazy things to me for like 20 years, doesn't mean I need to like continue on this relationship.
No,
You
you're
should
right.
probably move on.
See, Ron giving good relationship advice in the same time. That's why we love you, man. But
Well, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I don't see what the problem was with me becoming a Nets fan. I became a Nets fan when D'Angelo Russell was there. It had nothing to do with it. I was like, let me just pick a new team. And I was like, well, great. It's in New York. It ain't nowhere else. So why not? It's the same concept. So what? You think, would you have the same thing for somebody that was a Yankee fan and decided to be a Mets fan when they
you wouldn't be accepted as a Met fan. Yeah, I would do the same thing.
Come on, man.
If you're a Yankee fan and you're trying to come right off,
So a Dodger fan is supposed to be a Dodger fan, even though he's from New York, but he became a Mets fan instead when they left.
Yeah, but I mean that's different. If you like my grandfather,
why
my grandpa
is it
Phil is a
different?
Dodgers fan because he was here when the Dodgers were here. So we get on him. He wears his Dodgers hats and stuff. He loves the LA Dodgers because he was a Brooklyn Dodgers fan. You
Is he a
understand?
Mets fan? You go to Mets?
Oh, he don't like the Mets at all. No, he's a big Dodgers head. Because he goes back to the Brooklyn Dodgers. I mean, that's a legacy thing. This is what we're doing is different. The Nets have no legacy. Where they come from, they New Jersey, whatever. No one watched them then, and no one's watching them now.
What do you mean, no legacy?
They have no legacy. Dr. J or whatever. That was. I mean, their legacy is
Yeah,
like
Bob?
Jason Kidd, but that was all up in Jersey, bro. No one look when you had Vince Carter, Jason Kidd, Kerry Kittles, Keith Van Horn. No one was watching them then, and no one's still watching them now. No.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. We're just never going to see eye to eye on that whole Knicks and Nets thing because there's a legacy behind
I
it.
don't
The
understand
Nets
why
just
you're
don't
so
have
mad
the
because it's a
legacy.
team. I don't know why you're upset because it's a team of Brooklyn.
They just don't. They don't have a legacy here. They just don't.
Let them
If you're going to
build
bring a
legacy.
team to Brooklyn, bring a baseball team.
See, that's the point, Jared. Check it out. He doesn't understand. This is the concept, and this is why I have an issue with players playing not wanting to play for like the Knicks and stuff like that. Because you know what? Everybody's afraid to start their own legacy. They want to go to legacy teams and they want to do legacy things, but they're not afraid to do it themselves. I like the Brooklyn Nets because the legacy that could happen.
Mhm.
They didn't draft none of those dudes. They didn't draft Kyrie.
It don't
They didn't
matter.
draft-
It don't matter.
Build it yourself, like the Knicks are doing.
They did. They got the money.
We got the money too.
And
You couldn't even score a meeting.
Because Donnie Walsh was in a wheelchair or whatever. Something weird happened.
What does that do with KD? You couldn't even sit down with KD. KD wouldn't even sit down.
Because
with you.
Oakley got a hold of him and fucking.
Kawhi Leonard wouldn't even sit down with you.
No, but Kyrie, they say Kawhi might be coming next year though. So, but we'll see about that.
Yo, bro.
That's what they said. That's just a rumor mill. Don't shoot the
This
messenger.
Jared, you see the rumor mill? This is what happens every year. From the point on with the decision with LeBron, it's always been a rumor mill. I heard we might get, and who doesn't show up?
You
That
was
same
there with
person.
your LeBron or bust shirt in 2010, and he disappointed you, and you never got over that.
That's fine. Because I knew Carmelo wasn't gonna do it.
You loved the Knicks when Melo was here. Oh, man.
I love the Knicks when come, but I knew Carmelo wasn't gonna win on his own because Carmelo's not LeBron.
But we had the supporting cast. We had Stat. We had Tyson Chandler. We had the team.
Jared's over here like, yo, he's watching.
This is
like
New York
a soap
stuff.
opera.
Yeah, this is on some New York stuff. This is the inner workings of the New York.
It's
thing.
like we're all brothers and everything, but like he's seeing it firsthand, like how we can get in an argument, we get fights.
Yeah, there's a science behind it, like but
no, it's all love. I still go.
It's
by
all
it.
love.
Me and
Yeah.
Phil we used to be like that. Me and Phil when it would
I
come
might
to our
throw the
Dodgers
beer
and
at you,
49ers.
at your face, but like I'm still like upset. You know what I'm saying? Like it's,
right.
You got me
Jared and I
upset.
we don't argue no more because we have the show, so it's bad
No,
for
you-
business. But
it's not bad for business.
it's bad for
Max,
business.
No, we
Max
used to get into
Kellerman-
it.
Max,
We used to
Max
get into it on
Kellerman and
Facebook.
Steve-
We'd be cussing and stuff. It was
Yeah.
bad.
No, Jared and I got heated back in the day, man. It was a bad situation.
Nah, but I just don't understand why you're so upset with the Nets, man. Let them be who they are.
They just don't matter.
You just upset because we're gonna win.
You keep saying that, but it might not happen. I don't
'Cause
have you guys.
if
as
it don't
favorites.
listen, if it don't happen this year, it'll happen next year. Don't get it twisted.
I don't know about that. Everyone's a year older, brother. Kyrie might be. Hey, Kyrie's on a mission somewhere. He might be in Nicaragua next to wherever. He might be in. Why don't you go
Well,
to Venezuela? He's
And you know why?
world then, right?
You know what? And it
Go to
wouldn't matter because you know
Venezuela
what?
and
You
build
know-
back up the economy over there.
But you know what? It doesn't matter because you know what? We still have Spencer Dinwiddie. He's still who he
Who?
is. Oh, you act like he's not a baller?
I actually don't know. Jared, look him up.
I know who that is.
You know who Spencer Dinwiddie is, man. Stop.
I don't know.
You said talk about Quickly and all these other bums, and you act like Dinwiddie don't exist. Yo, man, stop.
He's
Stop.
as good as his name. But
The dude's fired. He got average 25.
he was
and
talking all that
7.
crap about the Knicks too, and he's eating his words too. Like he's like, oh shit. Knicks
No,
are
he's
the
not
big
eating.
brothers. You're a little brother, bro.
Yo, bro. How are you a big brother when you're going to lose in the second round?
Oh man, I would love if we move past and you guys get knocked out. Oh my lord.
Knocked out by who?
The Knicks. It could
You can't
happen,
knock us
Ronnie.
out.
You know when we play D, we have defense.
You
and
haven't
you guys
even
don't
beat us.
have.
You haven't even beat us this entire year.
Because we're always dealing with injuries too, just like you guys.
And we never had all three of them at once playing against the Knicks. So what do you mean?
And
We
you know
beat
what?
you with just Kyrie one night.
Yeah, there was some bullshit call at the end or whatever. But we'll get off of that. We'll get off the Knicks and Nets right now, but we not
So
seeing eye to
love,
eye
man.
right now, my brother.
No,
Aren't
I
you
love
guys gonna
man.
play each other in the first round?
Second
No.
round.
Second round.
Hmm.
If they make it to the second round. Remember that. You gotta make it to the second round first.
I'm
You gotta
telling you.
win the first round.
Tell
to get to the
Kyrie you
second
can't
round.
be on a save. You can't be
You
on a
know-
missionary mission. It's the
Listen, man.
playoffs.
We'll get him a shaman. He'll be all right. He'll be all
And
right.
being there, burning, say that was a crazy thing I ever seen in the basketball court. It was like outrageous. It was the most ridiculous thing you'll ever see. I remember Jared we was talking about that. He's burning sage. He's had a priest there. The exorcisms on the sideline. Like, come on, bro, just play it's basketball, dude. Like, stop overthinking it. It's basketball.
No, he did something to that court too, because he literally walked around the court with that damn sage.
Yeah.
He was trying to put a hex on the other team.
We won.
That's what he did. He
We
got
won.
you guys the good vibes on that one.
Yo, we won. We won. Up here, right? You see it, right?
It's the same guy, Jared, that he cried when LeBron didn't come here. I remember that day. You were so heartbroken when it happened. Die hard Knicks fan.
Because you had me on somebody. Well, he's out here. He's gonna do it in Connecticut. He's coming to the
I
Knicks.
did have you hyped. I did. We cried together.
For that man to be like, nah, I'm going to Miami.
Now I'm going to Miami, taking my talents to South Beach.
You can't say you weren't hurt either. That's one of our biggest rivals.
Oh yeah, no, I was torn. I mean, that bothered me. So now let's get back to let's
Did your
not
dad
have some
watch the show?
infighting. Let's get off the
Hold on, did
infighting.
your dad watch the show?
Yeah, he watched the show. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Big Phil, I'm just letting you know, man. Don't be upset. It's okay. I'm a Nets fan. Enjoy it.
He got some words for you when we see each other.
Yeah, I'm sure. Enjoy that second round knockout, brother. If you make it there.
You know, my dad, he'll laugh, but he's gonna be pissed. You know, he go, yeah. Why?
No, I said he knows I love him, man. That's
Nah, it's all love, man. We're family, but we just you're breaking up the family a little bit with this whole Brooklyn net thing. But we'll get over that. See, my boy Freddie Ortega, shout outs to Freddie. He's a net fan, but when they were in Jersey, so he's a real fan. You understand? Like he's a New Jersey Nets fan. He's not
that doesn't make you a real fan.
Nah, you jump shit, bro. Like we don't do that.
Jump shit.
You a set jumper. You like Tupac. You a set jumper.
Hold on a second. No, because you neglect the fact that the team jumped ship on you. You just still holding on to the boat and just kept going. You like Tom Hanks and Castaway. You just yelling at a volleyball raft.
Wilson.
That's all you doing. I got on my life raft and I just skated. I'm like, I'm good. I'll see y'all later.
You Titanic.
I'm dry. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just chilling. I'm on an island. I'm good.
Okay, now let's get off the in New York infighting going on, and let's talk about Jared. I have the schedule. I have the 49ers schedule up, and I have the Giants schedule up. And so you give what you think the 49ers are gonna do it, and then Ron and I will look. Ron, you have the schedule?
I'll look at it right now.
The New York Giants schedule, and then we'll see. We'll get
I gotta leave in a few minutes though.
All right, so break out the schedule.
I'm creating the schedule now. But yeah, Jared, go ahead.
So I think we could go for sure 13-4 or 14-3.
I have you guys at
12 our schedule.
5.
It's a lot of teams that are good, but I think we're gonna be better than them.
I have you guys at 12-5. When I looked at your schedule,
I'll take that too, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So go week by week. Who you got?
When is opening?
We got the Lions. First week we got the Lions. That's a win.
That's a win.
Then the Eagles.
Win.
Yeah. Packers, because we don't know who's gonna be their quarterback yet. What is Rodgers doing? So
loss.
And we always beat them. We always beat the crap out of the Packers every year.
That is true. And you're home too, so I didn't take that into account. But I have that as a loss for you guys.
And then on week 4 we got the Seahawks. The Seahawks are in our stadium, so we could beat them.
That's a home game.
Yeah, and then we're at the Cardinals. Cardinals, they beat us last year a couple times, twice. But I mean,
that's the dog.
We usually take it to them. So I think we got that one. So fucking 5-0 right there.
Yep.
Hold on a second. Hold on before you go any further. There's only one preseason game.
3.
Oh, it's only showing up 1 on mine.
They have the Chiefs, Chargers, and Raiders.
Who?
The 49ers. And we have the Jets, Browns, and Patriots.
Yeah, James, he was all telling me, we got the Battle of the Bay revived. And I was like, dude, it's just a preseason game. No, who cares?
Yeah, I was seeing that. Well, he's a Raider fan, man. You got to give him what just throw him a bone.
Yeah, he's all excited about preseason games. He roots for the Chiefs. He roots for the Patriots.
Yeah. It's like the Jet fans when they beat us in preseason, they get the Snoopy trophy. They win the Snoopy Bowl or whatever for MetLife. Who cares about that, man? We win Super Bowls, bro.
Yeah, and then
we don't win a Snoopy Bowl.
The Colts. Who's the Colts quarterback? I forget.
That's a good question because it's not Phillip Rivers anymore. Who is that?
We got them week 7. I think that's another win.
The Colts got Sam Darnold, right?
No, Darnold went to the Panthers. The Colts, I think, have this dude. I just had his name. Teddy Bridgewater, I think, right? No, the Panthers have Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know who the Colts quarterback is. Jacoby Brissett?
No. The dude from the guy from Philadelphia. That's who the Colts.
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that changes things. That changes things a little bit. Okay.
So we got that one. Then we got the Bears. The Bears, the Bears are good, but then they can also suck too. So I never know the Bears.
You'll win. I think
we got that one.
Yeah, and you'll be helping us because we have their first round pick. So beat their ass.
Yeah, and then we got the Cardinals again, and then I think we sweep the Cardinals this year, and then we got the Rams. We've been beating the crap out of the Rams last.
But remember, they have
years.
this dude now though too, Matthew Stafford.
Oh, that's all right. He'll put up like 350 yards and still lose, and like 5 touchdowns and still lose. It ain't
Yeah.
nothing.
I
Oh,
agree.
that's not
And then
his
we go.
fault,
Oh,
man.
we got Trevor Lawrence
That's
Yeah,
in
yeah, you guys
week
are gonna win
11.
that, though.
We got Trevor Lawrence week 11.
You'll win that.
Is he gonna be the starter?
Yeah, I assume, right? I would assume so. I mean, who's their other quarterback? That guy Gardner Minshew or whatever. Gardner
Man,
Minshew.
good luck to him. We're pretty infamous for taking out quarterbacks.
Yeah. No, you guys will
I've
win
always
that
noticed
one.
that.
Week 12 is
And
kind of
then,
crazy with the Vikings with you guys because you never know what Kirk Cousins you're gonna get or the Vikings defense, what you're gonna get with them.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm
Have that
tripping
as
now
a
'cause
win.
I'm already in week 12 and I haven't said a game that we're gonna lose yet, huh?
No, but see, I'm gonna shock you with my prediction for the Giants too. So keep going that with the wins because I'm gonna sound crazy too.
I think we lose finally in week 13 against Seattle because
yeah.
we won there like the year before last year, but I mean they always kick our ass though in
I
Seattle.
have a loss for you
I mean,
guys there. I have that as a loss for
Yeah.
you guys.
That's understandable because everybody loses there.
Yeah, they're tough.
The Bengals, we beat the
Beat
Bengals.
the Bengals. The Falcons
Falcons
are
Goddamn,
terrible.
yeah.
Tennessee's
I
a
don't know, what
dog
I'm looking
horse
at
too.
now, I feel like we're going 16-1.
Yeah, it's not sounding crazy. It's not sounding. At least you're not sounding crazy like I was too. Because I was when I was doing the Giants thing. I said I'm gonna sound like a homer, but the
I
schedule's
forget what
kind
the
of weak.
teams were because I said we might go 13-4.
Wait,
But now I'm like,
wait.
what were
do
the
you
other
mean?
3?
What do you mean our schedule is weak?
Look at our schedule, Ron. That shit is weak.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Now the Tennessee Titans.
It's not hard, but our schedule isn't weak.
We'll go over that right now. So let Jared. Okay, so
let Jared finish.
Yeah,
is he finished. I want Jared to finish.
It's becoming like an argument between us. Like this is crazy.
I'm tripping though because I'm telling you, I had already like a estimate that we go 13-4. But off of looking at it now, I don't want to sound crazy, but the only team I see beating us is Seattle in week 13.
Don't sleep on the Titans though, because I have that a loss for you guys because you're in Tennessee on a Thursday night, and their defense has always been solid too. And even Tannenbaum is playing good for them.
Yeah. Okay. So then 14-2.
Yeah, because I have you 12-5.
15-2.
Now, what about the Titans? I mean, the Texans. That's a win for you guys.
Wow. Yeah, that's a win for us because I mean, what's up with their freaking quarterback, Deshaun Watson?
In jail yet? I don't even know.
He might be soon.
He's not going to jail. They're going to put him on ice, so he's not going to play for at least the first half of the year.
Yeah, I agree.
You already know that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. And then the Rams, you finished.
They ruined him, man.
Oh, yeah, no. He's
so I don't know. I guess we could a strong 14-3.
The only thing is because I have you splitting with the Cardinals and I have you splitting with the Seahawks and I have you splitting with the Rams. But other than that, we're on the same page. Oh, and I have you guys losing to Green Bay for some reason. Other than that, yeah, you and I agree.
We always beat them down. We always beat the crap out of Rodgers.
Yeah, I didn't take that. And you guys are home too. I didn't take that into account.
Just like Kaepernick, they asked him, they were all scared that he's going to be too cold that one day in Green Bay, and he ran over him for the most yards in a playoff game. He didn't give a damn.
I was loving that because I really dislike the Green Bay Packers. So I was loving that.
And it's funny because they always bring up every time we play them, they always show the clip of Rodgers when he got drafted. I'm just going to make the 49ers pay every single time I play them. And we always beat the crap out of him.
Always. Okay, so
I like him, but
So you going 14-3.
Yeah.
Okay. Ron, you want to go?
Yeah.
No, it's not crazy. Right. Looking at the schedule, it's not crazy. It's not.
So I got Broncos. Well, I think we can win that one. Washington will win that one. Falcons will win that one. We'll lose that. Well, they don't have Drew Brees anymore, right?
No, they don't. Nope.
No, he retired.
Was that Jameis Winston? Is that who's going to start?
But he's hurt or something, Winston. Didn't he get hurt? He's out for the year or something like that. I'm not sure. Didn't he get hurt? There's something with him. I don't think he's going to be playing this year.
I feel like we'll lose that. We'll lose that first one against the Cowboys. We always split.
I have that as a split too. That's the loss I have too.
Yeah. So for the first 5, we'll be 5 and potentially 5-1.
So far,
That's
yeah,
my-
I'm keeping track of the record. So far you have 5-1. All right.
Yeah, that's my expectations for the first 5 weeks because
Jared
those are very
says-
key weeks.
And Jared says 12, 14-3. Okay.
We should be able to beat the Rams. That should be a win.
Yep.
The Panthers, we should be able to beat the Panthers.
Oh, you guys can get mopped
Um,
right there in week 8.
Week 8. Let me
Yeah,
bring that
we're-
up.
the Chiefs.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
not winning that.
No
one.
doubt about it. And we're on the road. Monday Night Football. Yeah, no doubt about it.
We're not winning that one.
No.
The Raiders,
Win.
we'll win. I think we'll win that one.
And we're home for 1 p.m. game. Yeah.
That's when the Raiders usually fall apart every year.
When
Sorry,
they come to the
James.
East Coast. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, James. Let your brother know I said I'm sorry.
No, we're
it
not
happens
sorry.
year out.
We're not
The
Yeah,
sorry.
they'll
Riders
be
are
like
good
in
for,
playoff
like-
contention, and then they just destroy it.
Yeah. They're the Mets of football.
The Buccaneers will lose that one.
Yep.
Barring any unforeseen injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Just gets get a return of Eli.
The ghost
Right.
of Eli.
The Eagles.
Remember, they don't
I
have
feel
a
like-
quarterback.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to. We should win that one.
Mm-hmm. They have no defense
And
either.
put-
Remember that too.
And plus, there should be aggression. There should be like sheer
There's
aggression
hatred
against
now with the
Eagles.
Giants and
Yes.
Eagles. Big time. Huge
I
thing
think-
going on.
I think we'll lose to the Dolphins. lose that
Ah. All right.
The Dolphins
Who's
might be the
Dolphins
mark.
quarterback?
What happened?
Who's the Dolphins quarterback right now? I forget.
Tua.
Yeah, too.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a lot of talks that that's where Aaron Rodgers might go.
That would
It's
be a
not
good
like San
fit for him.
Francisco. Yeah,
Mhm.
they've been talking about Miami. So
That would be a good. All the Broncos would be a good fit for him too.
yeah,
But Miami's a good fit because he'll be like in a kind of a big market and the South Beach. Yeah, I
the
think
Chargers
he'll be good.
I think we should be able to win that game. Maybe
One-
it's a
yeah,
toss up to me.
Because we're on the road.
Yeah, it's a toss up. The second Cowboys game, we'll win that one, of course.
Mm-hmm. At home.
Win that. Wait a second. Let me flip it. I feel like this is how it usually turns out. I feel like we'll win the one at Cowboy Stadium and we'll lose the one here.
It always turns. Yeah, we flip it
Mhm.
usually with them.
Yeah. So through the first 5 weeks, they should be 5-0.
Okay.
That's what
yeah,
the 49ers been doing lately too with Seattle. We beat them in Seattle, and then they beat the crap out of us at home.
Yeah.
and the Seahawks did it with us too. We beat them in Seattle recently. They beat us at home.
That's what I've been noticing.
Um,
Seattle's been losing at home a lot more lately.
Yeah. They're not pumping that noise, that crowd noise, that artificial crowd
The
noise they
speakers
got
broke.
going on
We
over
got the
there.
speakers broken out there.
I feel like we'll lose that second Eagles game.
Okay. That's fair.
We'll win that Bears game,
Yup.
and then we'll beat Washington again. So I
Yeah,
would
we'll
say
sweep them.
12-4.
You have 12-4. Okay, so yeah, you 12-4. Now, believe it or not, I actually have them at 14-3.
Mhm.
Where are you getting the extra game from?
Oh, it's an extra game this year.
They did 17.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
You thought I was
Wow.
tripping too, and I kept saying 14-3. He was like, "What the hell's Jared talking about?"
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, then 13 and 4.
Okay, let me mark that. So you have them.
I thought it was 16. Yeah, my bad.
Okay, you're 13-4.
That's why they took one game off preseason. It's only 3 now because they put one
Mm.
more regular.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Because I have them beating the Broncos at home. Then I have them beating the Washington football team on the road. I have them beating the Falcons at home. I have them beating the Saints on the road because the Saints don't have a quarterback right now. I have them actually, lose. But see, we flip now this year too because I have them losing at home. On the road against the Cowboys. I have them beating the Rams at home because the 1 p.m. start on the East Coast. Have them beating the Panthers. Sam Darnold's not gonna be any different there. Then I had them, of course, losing to the Chiefs. I had them beating the Raiders, which I think James and I were talking about maybe going to that game. So I was talking to James about it the other
James
day.
ain't gonna do it. That boy always makes plans and then
Yeah, I
I
know.
gotta do something. Oh,
He's
something came up.
mysterious. Something popped. They go ghost hunting that week for something. But yeah, we were talking about it. We were
Yeah,
talking
he's-
about
What?
James
We've talked
coming
about going
to
camping like 5 times with them and it don't happen.
yeah. We were talking about James
Ja-
coming to New York to watch the Raiders and Giants this year. So we're trying to
Yeah,
set that up. You'll be down?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right. So I know Jared. I don't even ask Jared because Jared just
Oh, I ain't going.
yeah.
I don't get on airplanes.
He tells that we done that West Coast, East Coast stuff, but we love you guys out here, man.
No,
Oh,
I
you
don't get on
like to fly?
airplanes.
You
I'm
don't
not
like
gonna
to
be
fly?
there. No, I'm gonna die. With my luck, the first time I get on an airplane, I'm gonna die.
So you never been on a
Nah,
plane?
man.
Never.
Oh,
It's the
man,
safest way you'll travel.
Yup.
You'll ride in a car, right?
it's true. Yup.
That's what I hear. There's obviously more chances of doing that, dying in the car, crashed in the airplane. But I don't know, it seems scary to me.
Roberto Clemente
Nah,
still in your
man.
mind?
I understand something. I'll break it down to you, man. Understand
Break it down.
something.
Break it down.
Flying, man, is like literally the safest thing you could possibly do, man. You think it's like dangerous, but it's
Mhm.
not dangerous at all. Like the
Safe up
safety,
there.
the safety that they do, the safety checks. Like, what do you do for work?
I'm at home right now.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I mean, like at a job, like safety protocols and things like that.
Mhm.
Magnify that by like 1,000, and that's an airplane. Bro,
Yeah.
like this is
The only thing
literally
they
the safest thing
they
you can
still
do.
need to do one more safety thing. They need to give us parachutes and I'll get on.
Okay, that's a valid point.
Because why don't they give us parachute? You know what? Fucking why?
You can't jump out of a plane though. You
I
jump
know
out
if
of a
it's
jet.
way up there, but if it's crashing and when it gets to a certain altitude, we could jump out at a safer altitude.
If you jump out of a jet, you'll get sucked into the turbine.
That's a fair point.
No, that's what they got to figure out. We all got to go through the back or, go to a certain exit or something.
They have the emergency exit. They have that.
Yeah, but then you have the fear of hitting like the back fin or something.
Because they
They
have
get
matter of
jacked up,
fact,
everybody jumps out the parachutes
No,
and they just
'cause
all get sucked right into
when
the
I just
freaking-
came from Florida back to New York, there was a guy, they had him in an emergency seat and he didn't know a word of English. So they were like, sir, someone had to change with him. They were like, you got to get switched out. But it's funny because when we got in the plane, he was like talking normal. He just didn't want to do the emergency seating thing. Because I think you're in charge. Like if you sit in an emergency seat, you help
Yeah,
them with the
my
evacuation
dad was just telling me that
process
yesterday.
stuff.
My dad said he actually prefers those because he gets a lot more leg room.
Yeah, you do. I like it. I've been on the emergency
Mm-hmm.
a few times, and yeah, you do. You get more leg room stuff. But that guy was like, no, no English or whatever. Then he was on the plane. He's like, yo, you watching that Yankee game tonight? I said, it was a weird scenario, but he just didn't want to do the
You look at
emergency
it,
thing.
"No, late, I don't know.
yeah. He was like, no English, that. So they had someone switch with him, and yeah. So
you know what I would suggest for you to do? I would suggest for you to go somewhere like fly to like San Francisco.
yeah,
something
Well, they're
really
actually
short.
having flights now from Bakersfield to Vegas.
do that.
Do a short flight and get used to it. Don't
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Don't try to get on a flight and come here. That's the 6-hour flight, 5-6 hour flight. Don't do that.
It's only like 4.5, though. It's not. That's
No,
not.
because my first flight was right before COVID. It was almost going to be to Spain, and that's like a 13-hour flight. That would have been.
Yeah, you don't
Out
want
of
to.
them.
You want to get the small stuff out of the way first, because like once you're in a big plane, once you get the small planes, like that's where the most stuff happens. And I don't mean like
those little
accidents or
jets.
anything like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're dealing with when you deal with turbulence, you deal with a lot of that stuff where it's like you don't have nothing to worry about, man.
Nah.
Really.
Go to Vegas, retrace
The
Tupac's last steps and everything, and
What you
enjoy the
do-
trip.
Flamingo and
Also, what
Koval,
you
the
do-
intersection.
Maybe I'll DM you and stuff because what helps a lot is like understanding like what goes into like I watched like because I wanted to be a pilot growing up,
Mm-hmm.
so like I know like a lot about flying. So it's like I'll show you videos like of like how they put planes together. Like it puts your mind at ease because because I
No,
think a
I've
lot
seen
of the
the
time.
show. The show. What is it? How airplanes crash.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes over a bunch of like crazy. I mean, it's a real show. I forgot. I think it's on the History Channel, or air disasters or something like that.
Yeah.
But I've seen a
I've
lot
seen a
more
bunch of those
road
shows.
disasters, though. A lot more road disasters than I seen. I feel safe in the airplane. I
Yo,
feel safer in the airplane. Like
There's
Ron
more.
said.
there's more problematic issues with flying when it comes to like Asia. Like I'm talking about like Southern Asia, like Indonesia,
Well, you have the Bermuda
Malaysia,
Triangle.
things like that. Well, no, because the Bermuda Triangle is a myth. It's not a real thing.
You don't think that? See, I kind of think that's
No,
real,
no,
but
no,
we're
no,
gonna
no.
get into the science behind that, so we don't.
There's a
but
a reason why those things were happening with Bermuda, but they figured out why it was happening.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
There
they
was like
came down.
Yeah, there was miscalculations and like you know what I mean. Like if you don't factor in certain things, like you know what I mean, like your compass will go haywire, things like that. Like so they
Okay.
weren't back when they figured it out. Like they understand why when they they have to you have to fly through a special way. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make it necessarily harder or more dangerous. It's
I
just,
think I would get on a airplane if I knew the pilot was what's his name? Pilot Scully
Oh yeah.
from the Miracle on the Hudson.
But you have to look at it like this. Every pilot wants to go home just like you want to go home.
That is true. That is true.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Ron, you travel a lot,
And
the
like
planes are safe.
you gotta understand these planes, they don't like, for instance, like the pilot that flew the plane into the mountains in Germany like a couple years ago, they
Mhm.
reconfigured the planes where the planes now you can't just fly them into mountains because you feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't fly a plane straight into the ground because you feel like it because you're mad at the world. Like because planes essentially fly themselves.
Yeah, they have autopilot, don't they?
The pilot is just there just to make sure, like the pilot is capable of
Mhm.
flying the plane, but I mean, like technically the plane flies itself, so you don't really have to necessarily worry about it because the plane isn't going to like it isn't programmed to like crash or anything like that.
Mhm.
And once you're at like you're at altitude, like you're virtually that's the safest place to be, and it sounds crazy because you're 40,000 feet above the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the safest place you can practically be on a plane.
No doubt about it. No doubt. But I do
Well,
want
the
to
thing is with me, because I don't do roller coasters.
Oh,
So
me
just
neither.
anything going fast and through the air and stuff, I can't.
scared
I'm
of
not scared of
heights.
heights.
Once you get
I'm
through
just
the
scared of,
first
like,
initial,
speed.
once you get through the first that, because I mean, like I think about it. I won't lie. I think about it when you're flying and you get that initial takeoff and you're going and you're like going super fast and you're like, well, are we going up or not? Because if we don't, we're gonna run out of room here.
Right.
The end of the runway, we can pull up, sir. And then
Right.
it pulls up and like, oh yeah, we're good. All right, cool. We made it. You know what I'm saying? But like, nah, yeah, that initial when your stomach goes out of your ass and like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so much power. You
Right.
feel that
Mhm.
power. You know what I mean? Like, so nah, you'll be all right, man. You'll be fine.
All right,
We'll
maybe I'll go to New York then. I don't know.
We'll get you on a
Because the
jet,
wife
man.
wants to go to New York for vacation one day.
This is why I say go get a cheap flight, go to Vegas for a night, for a day or whatever, and fly back.
Go worship
and just-
Pac out there while you out there.
And just
then-
no, I mean
I
just
do that
just take,
no matter where I'm at. I don't have to be in Vegas.
all right.
But no, we're going to Vegas in June, and I am gonna go to Flamingo and Koval, the intersection where he got shot.
And they have that mural
Take some-
there for him.
We'll take some pictures right there.
send them to Phil directly.
And they'll go right in the strutter where they belong.
Come
Right
on,
with his
man.
CD, right in the strutter. Zzz.
Yo, Phil's out here making enemies today, man. He's
Yeah.
fucking with me about the Nets. He's messing with
He
me
knows
about
I love
Kawhi,
Tupac too. He knows I love Tupac.
Well, they say at work I'm a
Bro.
fire starter. That's what they call me at work. I'm a fire starter. So, because I start the
Yeah.
fires and I just casually walk away, and everyone else is arguing.
He's
But
fucking reckless, man.
nah, listen, man, I'm opinionated, and the thing is, but
You
Ron,
just-
come on,
no,
man.
you extra spicy today. That's
I
all.
am. I'm a little spiced up. But Ron, you know what? We're rejuvenated by Jared's return. Jared's return has rejuvenated.
I miss Jared, and this is the first time I've actually get to talk extensively with Jared.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a beautiful thing,
Because
man.
the other time I got on, it was only like 30
Yeah.
minutes. Then I had to.
Yeah, you weren't on
Yeah.
very long. Yeah, and now
You
I
know.
gotta go because I gotta go eat dinner. So my wife's over
And I'm
here
getting kind
looking
of
at
hungry
me
too
like,
myself. I have to go eat soon.
Yeah, but we. Oh, so can I just finish the schedule, please, before you guys bail out?
No, I'm not taking off yet.
Okay, because we had. So yeah, I have them beating the Dolphins, beating the Chargers, beating the Cowboys at home, beating the Eagles, beating the Bears, and beating the football team. Yeah, I had the Giants going 14-3. As crazy as
Beating the
that
football
sounds.
team.
So I had them going
So
14-3.
you got one more than me. Man.
Yeah, yup.
So we agree on something.
We agree. We agreed today, all of us, because I agreed with his 49ers thing. And yeah, we agree right now. You see, it's not all
So
him.
we're agreeing that if we meet in the playoffs, 49ers are winning.
Oh.
It depends how they look.
Yes.
No, I'm not talking about the Niners. I'm talking about the Giants. It depends how, like, because it's still a development year.
Yeah,
Like,
we have a
it's
bunch
Bill
of
was
young
the one
pieces
saying
on
that we're
defense.
probably going to meet in the playoffs this
Yeah.
year. He was the one saying we're back on that path. Both
Yeah, I
both
did
of our
say
teams.
that. I did say that.
Mhm.
But it's gonna be like 2012 all over, 2011.
That's
all
why
over.
I say the
That was
first
Tucker
5
Williams.
weeks is. That's why I say the first 5 weeks is very paramount in how we're going to play out the rest of the year.
Yeah.
If we can gain that confidence, because we don't have that confidence, we can get that confidence the first 5 weeks. We're good. If we falter and we go like 3-2, I don't think it's going to be.
We got right now we have our whole team back. Everyone's healthy, but that's the thing. Jimmy Garoppolo has to stay healthy because he's going to be our
That's what I was
starter.
gonna say. It's about
So if
your
he's not healthy
quarterback.
and he gets injured, I don't know.
I was just about to say that because do you trust Justin? What's his name? Who do you got? Trey Lance to
Trey Lance.
to go
I don't know. He
14
was
to 3.
they're throwing interceptions in the first day of rookie minicamp.
Yeah,
I mean, it was his first day though. What do you expect?
they said he was all over the
And
place.
the guy who was picking him off was our other rookie kid, Demore. They say he's like a Richard Sherman 2.0.
Just not as crazy.
So,
I still have Richard Sherman, right?
no, he's a free agent right now, but he's talking to the 49ers about a return.
Because I know Gruden
'Cause
got
at first he
fined
didn't
or
want to come
something,
back.
right?
He didn't want to come back to the 49ers. He wanted to go back to Seattle, I guess. He wanted to go some other teams. But now that I think no one's giving him any attention, he's starting to get desperate. He's like, oh, I'll go back to the 49ers.
But didn't Gruden just get fined for tampering with him?
Oh, I don't know.
That's what you said
That I
last
don't
time, but I don't know. I didn't see too much about that.
I gotta look that up. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure Gruden got fined recently because he was on the radio station with Richard Sherman and he said, come play with us. And Richard Sherman said, yeah, I would like to be with the Raiders. So I don't know.
But you know what I'm saying though? Like Rich Sherman, he left but nobody wants him now. So now he's talking about, oh yeah, I'll go back. I'll be excited to go back to 49ers.
Because a pain in the ass like him, you're like Ocho Cinco, T.O., him. They'll stick as long as you could play, you'll stick around. But once the talent and injuries catch up, nobody wants to pain in the ass with you.
He had one of the best ratings last year too, though. Regardless of what anybody says, he was still one of the best.
He got burnt a couple times. I say he can't keep up with the fast guys.
That's the thing. When he gets burned, that shit goes for 50 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah,
So
that's
it doesn't
the
happen
problem.
often, but when it does, it's bad.
Yeah, because I remember Beckham took him to town too. When Beckham's rookie year, I think Beckham kind of schooled him a little bit, and Richard Sherman was praising Beckham about that, like, "Oh, you're gonna be good because you burnt me a couple times." But he still could play. I wouldn't mind if the Giants snatched him up. I'll be happy with that. Have that veteran piece in the secondary. I'll take Sherman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I like him.
All right,
like
let
him,
me get out. Let me get out of here, man. I gotta go eat.
Go eat. Tell Lisa I said hello.
Yes, we
All
love
right,
you.
Ron.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Yes, definitely.
Hopefully, have
Love
me
you, my
back
brother.
next week, unless we're beefing still over this next.
Well, some good entertainment right there. I can't wait till next week.
Yeah, hopefully, listen, hopefully we'll have some clarity behind it. Jared, I'll tell you the science behind the whole thing and you'll understand what's going on. It's sort of like a Tupac thing with New York. Like you just a set jumper. Like,
No,
you know
I
what I mean? But
understand. I fully tell me.
Yeah.
What do you call it a
I fully
set
understand.
jumper?
that's like a set jumper, but we'll talk about that.
Yo,
next
man,
week, brother.
stop, man.
Love you, man. But
Stop, man. Jared, I'll tell you myself.
There's
How
a
about that?
science behind it. Like,
Don't
but
listen to this kid. There's no science. It is what it is. The Knicks shit the bed and expect me to be a fan and put money into the system, their business when they don't give me nothing. So
you know what? You're gonna see next week.
You just dumping money into a hoopty and calling it like a Mercedes Benz. What's wrong with you, man?
Listen, man, that's called faith. Faith is believing in something you don't see. Right? And I'm not
For
seeing
20
it next week.
years.
I'm not seeing it yet, but it will come. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will be open to you. And that's what us Knicks fans are doing right now. Breaking out. We have faith, brother.
All right.
We just don't sign the
All
players, some crazy ass players that are on the voyage right now. If Kyrie is still in America by this time next week, we'll talk about it. But he's bugging out already. He's losing his mind. He can't focus on the game. Then go to Venezuela, fix the inflation and stuff, and cure the world. But we'll see.
All right.
We'll see, my brother. We have a lot to talk about.
All right. I love you
Love
guys,
you, man.
I'll talk talk to you during the week, and I'll
Salute.
see you guys next week.
Salute,
All right, man.
brother. Oh, and your
Salute,
album.
bro.
I was been promoting your album, brother. Everyone,
Oh,
peep
yeah?
his album out. Peep his album. Yeah, I made a big post for you on Facebook
I'll
about
check
it.
it out too.
Yeah,
Check it
I
out.
think Jared loved it when I posted. Jared put a love thing there. Yeah, I posted a
I
link
haven't
to your
listened to it
album.
though. I need to check it out. I've
Album
seen
is
you
off the
did post
chain.
it.
Yeah, thank you.
And
Thank
what's
you.
that one
So,
track 3, Death Trap? I think it's called.
yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
joint. That's on repeat. That's on repeat.
Everybody loves that shit. I don't understand why.
I like the skit you had in there and stuff. It was off the chain. It was off the
The
chain.
whole album was fire. to
Yeah,
me.
and the
You know,
album cover is off the chain. I just love it. I love the whole concept
Alright.
behind it. It was good,
Thank
my
you.
brother. Love
I
you, man.
appreciate you guys. All right, man. Thank you. All right, man. I'll hot you later.
See you next week, my brother.
See you next
Later.
week, man. Later.
That man right there is a living legend to me. That guy, living legend. But sometimes his mind, he's like
You guys
well,
live close to each other? Do you guys see each other in person often or no?
when we do, yeah, he comes to the house, so I go to his house. Me and the wife sometimes link up with him and his wife. We go out, go to Brooklyn. But with the pandemic, it's been different. But we I think we remember we were with Ron and Lisa. A couple months back, we met up and we went to Walmart together. We did some shopping and we were in his house. I seen his studio where he does his
You
raps.
guys went to Walmart?
Yeah, went to Walmart.
Walmart? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, went to Walmart and we were chilling. Now we have our days that we were supposed to go to the Met game this year a couple weeks ago. Met the Red Sox, but I had to go back to work. So
Oh
That
yeah.
guy.
I need to check out. He has a studio for he does a podcast too.
he has his own. Yeah, he has a recording studio. Yeah, he has a studio in his house. Actually, he's sitting in front of it right now, but he puts that green screen. But he's talking to us from there.
So he does the music and he also does another podcast too. You said
Yeah,
before?
he does he jumps on podcasts. Yeah, yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's
Oh, and
multi-talented.
speaking of other podcasts, James was telling me that he's thinking about getting some gear, a little microphone and webcam because he's gonna start. He might do a paranormal podcast soon.
That is interesting. I would love to see that. I would love to hear that because
I would get on it.
stuff. Yeah, I would love to get on there too. And we got to have him on the podcast too. We have to get him on
Yep.
and
Yeah,
have
my
the Black
aunt.
and
She
Blue.
said too that she would get on the paranormal one too because she's my aunt. She's really into my godmother. She's really into paranormal stuff. She was like,
Love
I'm gonna
it.
get on there.
Love
A
it.
lot of my
No,
family, a lot of us are into.
he'll be on to
spooky stuff.
something. He'll be on to something with that. He'll be
Mhm.
on to something because I'm into that. That stuff's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
They say DJ Quick said that Tupac haunts the studio. Did you see that?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, DJ Quick said that Tupac
He'll
haunts
smell
the
like weed.
studio.
Go by, he'll smell like a joint.
Oh,
He'll smell a blunt.
there'll be a red flag and a blue flag because he can't pick the side. You know, he was a set jumper too, but no, he haunts the studio. And it has that
I
New
didn't
York.
see
He's like,
that.
there's some New York flavor in here. I think Spock is here.
He said that?
No, but he did say he
What if-
haunts the studio though. He did.
Like how? What did he say he does?
I'm gonna send you the thing. I was just watching that the other day. DJ Quick, Tupac.
I forget already, but there's been a few things that you're supposed to send me, but you never
Yeah.
send them.
I get lazy, but I got you. I'm gonna send you all of this stuff, and I'm gonna send you that picture.
There was
I sent
like
my
3
job.
things in like the first couple episodes that you were supposed to send, but I never got them.
You never get them. You know why? Because when I go to send them, I say, man, I don't think he was really gonna feel what I'm sending.
No,
like-
I'll watch.
Okay,
I'll check it out.
we were doing that Men in Black stuff too. I was sending you the Men in Black stuff. And that stuff was interesting.
Oh yeah,
like
watch
crazy.
yeah.
That stuff was interesting like crazy, man. That whole Men in Black
Mhm.
situation was just. I believe in that. I believe in the Men in Black. There's no conspiracy there. That stuff is real.
I never seen them myself, but
Never seen them. Don't want to see them. But
mm-mm.
they're real.
Yeah.
They are real. But I'm gonna send you
Would
the DJ Quick thing. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you the Ed Lover thing on Tupac, and I'm gonna send you Little Sean's thing on Tupac, which is Tupac was going to the studio that night to record with him, and he breaks down the whole thing too. He was like, Biggie had nothing to do with that. He said, matter of fact, Biggie's the one that actually stashed his guns away and stuff, so Tupac didn't get a gun charge. He was like, so it just doesn't make sense with what Pac was saying. He's like, we were there
Yeah.
that night. Nothing that Pac said made any sense at all.
He was tripping.
He always
Tripping,
was.
man. But
I'm sending you a
No,
bunch of
come on.
stuff. But yeah,
Come
he
on.
says he haunts the
Forget about
studio.
it.
He haunts the studio.
Well, there's one thing I was hoping Ron would have been on here still because I mean, it kind of relates to sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, it's only a pro skater named Robert Neal. Have you heard of StockX?
Yes, they sell like the things at a high price, like PlayStation 5, stuff that you can't find right now.
Yeah, I guess they sell them at a high price, or
They
it's pretty
sell,
much like an Amazon thing.
yeah, like but it's stuff you can't find. Like the PS5s right now sell for like $900 on StockX.
Okay, so the story with this one, they sponsored a pro skater, Robert Neal. He rides for a Primitive,
Mm-hmm.
and I forget the other shoes he had his own shoe company too from another, not his own, but he was sponsored by a shoe company. But now he's sponsored by StockX as his shoe company. So usually when people get sponsored, even in like pro sports or pro skaters, if they get sponsored by one shoe company, that's all they can wear, just that brand.
Yes.
So I guess now that he's sponsored by StockX, he can wear whatever shoe he wants.
Oh, because they sell everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm
So
on
what I'm
StockX
thinking,
now.
what if that branches off to like the NFL or NBA and stuff? Like, you know what I mean? To me, I feel like this is like a big thing that's going to start happening.
The whole branding
Like the
thing.
sponsoring, like they'll be sponsored by one main, taking like a big warehouse,
Mm-hmm.
and they can wear whatever that warehouse has.
Like an Amazon, just carry any brand or whatever. That's not bad. I mean, I see that happen because I'm not in favor like of the. First of all, well, this hat doesn't have it because this is the old school one. But I don't even like how now in the hats they have the new era logo on the official on-field hats. Yeah, like I don't like that. Yeah. I don't like the basketball players now have the emblem, the advertisement. I don't like none of that, man. I like just straight up. Like Nike has the Nike check. I don't even like the Nike check on the jersey anymore. I don't like none of that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
So I don't know, like, to me, I don't know if it's a good thing, because what if it starts making other small companies that depended on their, like, teams? Because a lot of skate companies, they have teams.
Yes. It's like NASCAR.
So if a player or if a skater gets sponsored by StockX, they're obviously going to leave that shoe company that they were on initially. And with that, it's going to start making shoe companies go under.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Watch, soon you're going to have Amazon Supermarket, Amazon Dentist, Amazon Doctors. Amazon, this world is just going to be overtaken by Amazon. And one day, everything's just Amazon Airlines. It's just going to be, everything's going to be Amazon one day. You're not even going to have bodegas and stuff no more. Everything's just going to be Amazon anything. I keep telling my wife that all the time. And Amazon Books. And she's starting to see it too. She said, you know what? You're kind of right.
Yeah.
Everything's
Amazon
going Amazon. Because I've been saying this for years. I was like, at one point, you're going to just have, Amazon's going to have a baseball team. They're going to have a football team. You're going to see it's just going to be Amazon at some point.
Well, that's how soccer is already too. They don't even have the team names on there. It's just
no
freaking name of a bread or an airline to Fly Emirates.
You know what? I love the WNBA.
I don't even know what the team is. You just see Fly Emirates.
I'm a huge WNBA head. I always have since they first came out in the 90s. I love the WNBA. But when I watch the Liberty, it has made my interest go away. Because when you watch the Liberty, you don't even know the name of the team. They have like DraftKings. I'm like, oh, the New York DraftKings or something. Yeah. It's like, you know, it makes me not want to watch the Liberty as much as I love the New York Liberty. It makes me not want to watch them because it's just the advertisement. Something about
ads, just ads in general. Like once we get bigger on YouTube, we're gonna start having to put ads on our things, and I guess it's a good thing because you get paid for the ad revenue. But it's annoying. Like everywhere you look, everywhere on TV, there's commercials. All over YouTube, there's ads every 30 seconds. Like
that's why I got the YouTube Premium, because I don't want to see the ads. I paid a monthly just not to see the ads on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They'd always ask me on the thing, "Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Nope."
I love the YouTube Premium. I download my videos as I'm at work. I got my Bluetooth in. I'm listening to my videos and all that. So I love it because you could download everything and have everything as like a folder. So other than that, I just don't want to see the ads, and you got to go through a million commercials. Some commercials like a minute, something long, like, you know. Yeah, it's taking my interest out of the WNBA, the ads. And when I see it come on the jerseys and basketball. I said, I don't like this, man. Something about it has nothing to do with the product on the court, but just I don't know. I want to see the Liberty on their jerseys. I don't want to see DraftKings. It takes my interest away from the game. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm looking at stuff weird like that. I'm all about the optics.
No, that's how it is. And it sucks, but that's just how like this bigger like StockX, they're gonna take over the skate shoes and the ads are everywhere. Like it's just the bigger brands are gonna just rule the world.
There's no more middle ground no more. There's no more middle class either. You either rich or you're poor. There's nothing. There's that middle ground, that middleman is gone. There's no more like, I remember when I was a kid, we used to go to a place called Stride Right, and they had like the LA Gear lights, the sneakers that used to light up. That's all those stuff is gone now. Now it's either Foot Locker or like Jimmy Jazz or whatever, and that's it. Like we don't really have like, the middleman is gone. It's just the corporations and that's it.
Yeah.
The mom and pops are gone, man.
Yeah, all the little local shops.
Yeah, bookstores. There's no more local bookstores, no more. It's just like,
And that's why I was talking about that too, because they hit me because he's a pro skater, and in the skate world, they're all about support your local skate shops.
Yep.
Like the small skate shops that like kids make up in the town, they put them up in whatever little local skate shops, but then like the big companies like CCS. I love CCS though. I mean, CCS they're huge, and then there is a Active. So there's a small skate shops, but then there's like huge corporations
like
where you can buy a bunch of skate stuff too. But it's funny because how we're talking about how these big companies are taking over. I guess a couple years ago there was a location that popped up, an empty lot, and a local skate shop here in town was going to get that lot, but then they got outbid by Active. Active is one of the biggest ones in the world. They outbid them and got that lot. So the local skate shop ended up having to move to a smaller location downtown, but Active didn't end up doing that good. So they had to sell that location and move from Bakersfield, and now in the skate shop here in town, they're still doing good.
Good.
Yeah, because that's how it is in the skate scene. They're all about support your local skate shops. Like you got to support your friends and stuff,
Yeah, I'm done with the corporations, man. I'm done with it. I mean, sometimes it's convenient though. I have Amazon Prime. I mean, I'm not against.
Oh yeah, like I like Active, the skate shop. I order from them all the time. Not all the time, but
Yeah, there's nothing against that too. They, everyone's making their money. I don't hate. I don't count someone else's pockets, but sometimes you want the middle ground though. Give me another option besides these huge corporations. Give me something else. Let me help somebody. Like Ron. Ron gives me his album, but I bought it. I want to support him. I'm going to pay for his album. His album is $20. I paid for the album. I want to support him. I'm not going to say, well, you're my brother. Let me.
Yeah, that's what you did to me too. With the flag I built you. Remember you bought the flag and then you even paid, what was it, like $90 or something for the shipping?
Yep. And then I sent you a little wedding gift on top of that. I threw some money in for your wedding on top of that. Yeah. Just support your friends, bro. You support each other. Like that's been my problem with certain things. Is like if you're doing something negative, you're getting all the attention. We're doing something positive, and I feel like people that kind of turn. I gave my coworkers that talk the other day. I said, "Yo, I know we're friends and stuff, and you're used to me. I talk sports at the job all the time, but watch the show. I try not to talk sports at work no more. I try not to do that no more because I want them to watch the show.
Yeah.
I don't really.
That's the thing too. I feel like me and you, we support a lot of our family and friends with whatever they want to do and stuff. But I don't know, where's our support for the show?
Yeah, and Ron, I know Ron is cringing if he's listening because Ron gets on me about that. Like, don't do that, don't mention stuff like that. But I have to release the frustration. We keep it real here, and this is so. At least I know it's not just me feeling that, and it's on your side too. Yeah, like come on, like I'm always supporting everybody. I'm promoting everything, and support me, man. Like this, we're doing something here that is kind of it's extra hard for us to do because I feel like we're in a spot where we have to try to. We have two different coasts, two different audiences and fan bases, and it's tough. We're trying to like mesh everything together. It's not like we're just a group of Met fans or Dodgers fans here, and we're just talking to the same group of people. So it's like, like it's just tough what we do. What we're doing is different than what a lot of people are doing because we're uniting two coasts here, and it's two different fan bases.
But yeah, I guess like what Ron said though, I don't like to I don't want to complain about it, but I mean, hey,
there's a little bit of complaining about it. Yeah, I have to bring it up. I have to, like, I want to talk about it, but I am happy because, like, I just love the fact that we even had a guy on last week from Boston, and we had the Boston perspective of stuff. We want to get everyone on, and give me what your city's, the pulse of your city and your fan base, because I don't know nothing really about their fans. I mean, I know Boston's right up the road, but I don't really know what they feel. I want to hear what you guys got to talk about. I don't even like talking about the Mets because I feel like this is our show. Like, we know about each other's teams. I don't even want to talk about the Mets. I want to talk about another fan base. I want to talk about another
pretty
team.
Cool if you think about it. So far, we've had obviously California, New York, and Boston.
Yeah.
Pretty spread out.
Yeah, like and then I'm sure you have friends that have a bunch of teams they want to talk about, and James is the Raiders, and then we got the Vegas thing going on, and just I love what we have going on. We have Jason that's in Seattle. We just have a bunch of fan bases, and that's the cool thing about our group. We all root for different teams, so it's like to me that makes the show cool. But it's hard to do that at the same time because my friends at my job, they want to hear about the local teams. But I don't want to talk about the local teams. I want to talk about other fan bases. Same thing with you. You don't want to just sit there and talk about the Dodgers. You want to talk about other teams. That's what makes the show kind of.
I still do try to do that, though. I still try to keep it just like to do updates from like what the Dodgers did the past week. Because that was the original idea. Remember, we were just going to do like Dodgers and Mets, do little updates from the past week.
And this somehow became a One Nation type of thing where we just talk about different.
That's why it's called Another Shade of Blue.
That's why it's called Another Shade of Blue. Even the Yankees are Another Shade of Blue. So, we got to talk about them too.
But yeah, I just like talking sports in general, though, no matter what. That's how I am.
Just league wide. Because sports is crazy right now. There's so much stuff going on, and there's so much. We don't even touch on a lot of stuff like Deshaun Watson. We didn't even really touch on that.
Yeah. No, it's like probably about 70% of my notes, probably 80 of my notes that I didn't even go over.
You know what? I stopped taking notes because we never talk about what's on the notes. I did mark our records though, because I'm gonna use that for later in the year. So
to go back on.
Yeah. So I do have what we have our teams going though. I did note that. But I kind of like just going off the limb, going off the head and just talking about stuff. But like you see last week.
Obviously, because I'd left my notes there. I didn't even talk about them.
No, same here. Same here.
Yeah.
Then Ron brought the different thing too. You see, we're in the same city, but there's sort of like a thing with the Nets and the Knicks, but he's not admitting it because he loves Brooklyn so much. But in New York as a whole, no one cares about the Nets. That's just the way it is right now. No one is talking about the Brooklyn Nets here, but he has.
That's how it is here in California too. Like the Padres are doing good, but nobody gives a damn.
No, and being in New York, I only hear about the Dodgers. I don't hear about what the Padres do.
And I'm starting to hate the Padres because they're actually starting to get too cocky. I mean, they have a better record than us, but that's because we beat ourselves. We won 14 and 18.
Yeah,
last whatever.
And they have like that.
I hate them.
Tatis.
That's all I want to say. Hate, but
Yeah, we don't like to use the word hate, but I don't like. I'm not crazy about Tatis Jr.
Tatis got COVID. I feel bad for him.
Who got COVID?
Fernando Tatis.
Oh, he does. He got COVID.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah, that sucks. I don't feel bad. I feel bad about that. I don't want that on somebody. I don't like the way he plays the game though. He plays the game like a little disrespectful. In my opinion.
I hate that commercial with him that comes on the MLB TV app. Sorry, I changed the game. They wanted me to say sorry, and for the MLB the show game, but it comes on that app.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate his commercial links. I don't want to apologize for changing the game. I'm like, you didn't change nothing.
You didn't change the game.
Yeah.
We
Puig changed it more than him. Puig changed the game more than Tatis.
Yeah, we've been used to people acting stupid and not abiding by unwritten rules and stuff. That's nothing new. You didn't change the game.
He did that one time too, and he changed the game off of one grand slam.
Yeah, but
Come
he
on.
looked like he was about to cry though. If he was like in their face, like whatever, he was in a dugout silent. He looked scared and he looked shook, and you could tell he knew he did wrong. So he didn't change the game. He looked scared as hell.
No, he didn't change nothing.
No.
I hope he recovers from COVID, but he got to go.
Fast recovery. Yeah, he got to go though, because I did like his dad though. I liked his dad. I did like Tatis.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, they brought up how his dad had 2 grand slams in
one inning
in the game against the Dodgers back in the day, and then everybody on social media was acting like they knew about it. Oh, all of a sudden everyone knows about those 2 grand slams the same day they freaking brought it up on SportsCenter.
Yeah, I know.
You guys didn't know about that crap. You barely heard about that today.
Yeah, no, most people don't even remember that. I remember.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, 2 grand slams in the same inning, right?
Yeah, but then everybody on Facebook was saying, I still remember when his dad had. Well, you were just saying that because SportsCenter posted this yesterday.
Yeah, they don't remember that at all. That was like a little side note or whatever. Yeah. It was
and most people didn't even know his dad played in the big leagues.
No. Yeah. That was like an
Someone else surprised me when I found out that his dad was a Dodger. I was like, what the hell? I didn't even know his dad played in the MLB.
Yeah. And his dad played for the Mets too.
I sound like a hater. I don't.
Tatis is good, but no, you just. But we're calling it how it is.
You did it again too. You know how I always say you always talk crap about something and then they start doing good.
I know.
When you said he was overrated, he started freaking going off.
He started tearing it up. I know.
Can you talk crap about Mookie?
Yeah, no. Let's talk about Mookie and Lindor. Let's wake them both up. They both suck, man. Mookie and Lindor, they suck.
They're gonna wake up.
They gotta wake up. It's time. I mean, come on. We have more hits. Just
Mookie's doing a little better than Lindor. He's doing a little bit better than Lindor.
A little bit better than him. Yeah, I'm shocked.
He's not up to par. He's not up to his standards.
No, not at all. I'm shocked at Mookie. I'm a little surprised about that.
Yeah, he's been off.
And Bauer been pitching good. Like the last game, he lost because they didn't score no runs. I mean, but he's been all right.
I mean, they're going through the hangover.
Yeah, so
we got the hangover. We got a few injuries, so I mean, we'll recover though. I think we'll be all right.
The injuries in baseball are crazy to me. How do you get hurt playing baseball? You know what I mean? It's like, how do you get hurt playing baseball? I don't know.
I mean, it's understandable for Seager yesterday. He got drilled by 90-per-hour fastball right to the hand on the butt of the bat, and it broke it. But
yeah, that's understandable. You get hit in the wrist or something, or you get a face shot or something. But who? Like,
you see Bryce Harper get hit in the face the other day by a 95-mile-per-hour? Nothing happened.
I've seen that. Yep.
And then the next day that night on Instagram, he posted that he's okay. He did like a little recording, and his face, there was nothing wrong with him. I would have been like I would have been. I had like a big old hematoma. I would have been all bloody.
I'm sitting out a couple of games after that.
But he looked fine. He was like, I just want to let you guys know I'm doing okay. I was like, what the hell?
I don't like him, but he is a gamer though. I give him that. I'm not crazy about him, but he's a gamer. He don't sit it out. He'll play.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of him. Believe it or not, I've always liked
Harper.
Him. Me and my friend Georgie. Georgie actually showed me him back in the day when he was like a 14-year-old kid on
Vegas,
YouTube, hitting like 500-foot home runs. Yeah, in Vegas.
Him and Strasburg were crazy. Strasburg was like a legend before he even pitched a game for them.
Yeah. Everyone came in. Then he had like 13 strikeouts in his debut.
Yeah. You know what?
Now he's like mediocre.
Yeah. No, but he dealt with injuries too. But even Harper is like mediocre though. Harper bats like 260, 30-something home runs, 90-something RBIs.
He's exciting. He's one of those players that his numbers or his average isn't that great, but he's still exciting for some reason.
I like when my favorite thing was when Papelbon choked him in the dugout.
Oh yeah,
that was my favorite moment, man. Papelbon wasn't having none of that.
I've seen that one.
Papelbon was not having any of that. He choked his ass in the dugout. And then
straight through the neck right there.
Yeah, and I think he got him up in the air, right? He had some air time? He had some air time.
Well, because wasn't Papelbon like standing over him? He was like up on the step, and then he was below him, so he just jumped down and grabbed him, and then everyone started jumping on him. And
he did like some Mortal Kombat thing. He looked like going for fatality on that. He was like, he just reached in.
They'll finish him.
Yeah, no, he went to finish him. And then speaking
Yeah.
about the strikeouts and the disappointment, like Mark Pryor always reminded me, and Kerry Wood I always get reminded. I think Kerry Wood, didn't he strike out like 18 in a game or 19 in the game? And then he kind of just disappeared after that. Like the injuries, Mark Pryor, the same thing, he just could not stay healthy. You know, those are two dudes also. Because Mark Pryor also pitched for the Dodgers, I think. I think he did.
I think he did. It sounds familiar.
I think at the end of his career, he pitched for the Dodgers before I think, matter of fact, no. Yeah, he did, but he's your pitching coach. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Mark Pryor's your pitching coach. Yeah. That guy was good, man. That guy was, what a pitcher he was. He just couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah.
He pitched for the Cubs also. Him and Kerry Wood. I think Kerry Wood pitched for the Dodgers too, I think.
Everybody was a Dodger at some point.
Yeah, you guys are like us. Every guy goes to the Dodgers.
I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, now that we got Pujols, I was like, damn. So we, in the past, when I was younger, I remember we had Jim Thome, Casey Blake, Jeff Kent, J.D. Drew.
Yup.
Freaking Manny Ramirez, Hanley Ramirez.
Yup.
Freaking Adrian Beltre, Gary Sheffield.
Yup.
Freaking everybody was a Dodger.
Yeah. Them and the Mets, because Gary Sheffield retired with us, I think. That last team he played for was the Mets. He was all right. So he popped the hamstring and he abandoned the ball and everything. He was like, he just was out. And I think, the Mets and Dodgers and the Yankees, like us three, we get all the guys at the end of their careers. We just bring them in.
Yeah. You even had Orlando Hudson. Remember Orlando Hudson?
I remember Orlando Hudson. Yes, I do. You also had Adrian Gonzalez. He joined you guys, and then he played for us the next year after that. But
we even had Shane Victorino. We had Shane Victorino for about
Shane Victorino. Yeah, you're right. You did have Shane Victorino. Yeah, Strawberry.
Another one that was surprising. I mean, this one isn't as crazy as those ones, but Sergio Romo and what was the other guy's name? Brandon, the other pitcher from the Giants with the big beard.
Wilson.
Brandon Wilson.
The beard. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was good. He flamed out. He just disappeared. I don't know what. Did you guys ever have Lincecum or no?
No.
No, okay. He never pitched for the Dodgers. Okay. That's one of the only ones that never really played for the Dodgers, Tim Lincecum.
Yeah.
You guys had did you ever have Canseco?
Did we have his brother?
I think you did have his brother because
his brother that wasn't as good, huh?
Yeah, I guess he didn't have the steroid supply.
I think so. I think we did. I'm not too positive on that, but we might have.
You guys had like what's his name too? I just seen him. DeRosa. He was a second baseman. He was good. He played for the Braves, and then he went to you guys. You guys had everybody. But that's like the dark days for you guys though. Like we couldn't get over the hump in those times, but now your team is different. You guys got.
That's what I'm saying. Like I loved when we had Jim Thome, Casey Blake, J.D. Drew, Jeff Kent. But like those players were good, but we never won it with them.
No, Jeff Kent came from us too. We had Jeff Kent, and we traded
Actually,
him
that's the bobblehead. The bobblehead in the back right there, the big one.
Yeah, I see him.
Jeff Kent right there.
I see him.
That's my old one. I got that one from the game.
Jeff Kent bobblehead day.
Yep.
He was good, man, but he was really good with the Giants, though. That's what he was. He got to be in a Hall of Fame, Jeff Kent, right?
I don't know. You never really hear about him. Oh, we had Sean Green, too. Sean Green. He's my all-time favorite.
Him. Yup.
He's my all-time favorite Dodger.
Yeah, Sean Green was good.
Oh, even Steve Finley.
Steve Finley from the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I could go on and on with all these random good players.
Did you have Scott Rowland?
I think we did.
Let me see.
Scott Rowland. We had some Rowland.
I'm not seeing Scott Rowland. No, I thought I could have.
We had some guy named something Rowland, but it was a different.
Did you have Kenny Lofton?
Kenny Lofton.
I think Black guy? Kenny Lofton. Let me see.
Black guy?
Yeah, from the Indians. He was the center fielder. Yes, you did. You did have Kenny Lofton in 2006. Yeah.
And what was the other guy's name that we just had too? He was our left fielder like 4 or 5 years. The other black dude. We're still paying him, I guess. We paid up until like 2 years ago. No, not Matt Kemp.
James Loney was a first baseman for you guys, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking he was another pretty big star. What the hell's his name?
Crawford.
Black guy. Yeah, Brandon Crawford. Carl Crawford, yeah.
Yup. Yeah, 'cause he was so
Yeah.
good with the Rays, man, and then he went to you
And then he
guys.
came with us, and he wasn't that good, and we still had to pay him. He didn't play with us for the 2 years after that, after he left, and we still had to pay him.
Yeah, because he was like the best player in baseball at one point.
Yep, that's why I was excited when we got him, and then he didn't do nothing. And I was like, "What the hell?"
Fell off the face of the planet, man. Because I'm looking at his stats with the Dodgers now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he really didn't do much at all.
Yeah.
Because this guy
He
was
would get
killing
injured a
60
lot,
bases
and,
a
you know.
year. Yeah, a lot of injuries. Carl Crawford was the man. I used to love Carl Crawford.
Yeah.
How about
We
this
even
guy
had Juan
too?
Pierre.
Yeah, Juan
Remember little Juan
Pierre.
Pierre,
Yup.
the little guy.
Yeah, Juan Pierre that stole it from the Marlins. He laid
I
that
remember
button down.
him. Juan Pierre and Orlando Hudson were like good friends when they were on the Dodgers, but then when we got rid of them that one year, they went to different teams and they got in a fight with each other.
Oh wow.
It was a bench clearing fight with them two, and they were best friends the year before on the Dodgers.
Something happened.
Mm-hmm.
That was in what, 2009.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah.
Hudson was a good player. Two-time All-Star.
Yeah.
Then Juan Pierre. There was another guy I was just about to bring up too. Just thought about him.
Rafael Furcal.
No,
Robert Cabrera.
oh yeah, Rafael Furcal. Yeah. He was
Robert
good
Cabrera.
with the Braves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's that other guy? I was just about Grady Sizemore. You guys ever had him?
I don't think so.
I don't think. Let me see.
Mhm.
I don't think so either. No, he was with the Phillies. He went from the Indians to the Phillies. Yeah, that's where Grady Sizemore. But you guys did take Darryl Strawberry from us,
Yeah.
and he kind of was a bust in LA though.
He's still a Hall of Famer, isn't he?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No?
No, he
'Cause they always
should be
talk
though.
about him. They always talk about him with the Dodgers. They in the pregame things and the Dodgers dugout show. They always bring him up.
Darryl Strawberry.
Mm-hmm. I hear his name all the damn time.
Let me see what he did with the Dodgers. Because I know he played with the Mets forever. And then, yeah, he played 8 years with the Mets, 5 with the Yankees, and 3 with the Dodgers. So in 91, he was an all-star, but he batted .265, 28 home runs, 99 RBIs. But that was it. Because the next year, he had 5 home runs, 25 RBIs. And the year after that, 5 home runs, 12 RBIs. So in 3 years with the Dodgers, he batted .243, 38 home runs, 136 RBIs.
That's not too bad. I mean, it's not good, but
No, but his career, he batted .259 with 335 home runs and 1,000 RBIs on the dot. He would have made the Hall of Fame, but he was into coke and all that. He was doing heroin and stuff. He was all
he
in.
had 300 something home runs and only 1,000 RBIs.
Yeah, 335 home runs, 1,000 RBIs even, and 221 stolen bases. Batted .259.
That's weird. That's a lot of home runs, but only a little bit of RBIs. If you look at the ratio on it, don't seem right.
Yeah, because look, his best year was in '88. He batted .269, 39 home runs, and 101 RBIs with the Mets. So yeah, the RBIs are low for the home run count. Yeah, and he only had 1,400.
I mean, that's an average of 10 years with the 100 RBIs. I guess that's not too bad if you think about it.
I think we're spoiled by the numbers these days.
Yeah, because that's not even bad if you think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he finished 9th in the MVP with the Dodgers, and he finished 3rd in the MVP voting with the Mets. No, 2nd MVP with the Mets. So he did get 3. He got 9. He did finish 9th in the MVP with the Dodgers in '91. Damn, I was 6 years old. Yeah,
I mean, that was already towards the end of his career, and he still almost got MVP.
Yeah. Well, he finished in '99 at 37. He was 29 years old in '91. He got finished 9th in the MVP voting for the Dodgers. And then his last year was with the Yankees, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. Yeah, he didn't really do much with the Yankees. But he was a Mets legend though. I have a Strawberry shirt in my closet. I have a Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Him and Doc Gooden go hand in hand together. Like you always think about Doc Gooden when you think about Strawberry. His son played for the Knicks.
Really?
Yeah, Darryl Strawberry's son played for the Knicks. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, some
He
random
was
facts of the
bad.
day.
He was like 2010, 11, something like that.
Yeah.
And Patrick
Well-
Ewing Jr. too played for the Knicks, and he stunk though.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
This been
Gonna
a
have to get
productive
off, man.
episode. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's been what an episode, man. Had a lot of fun
You
doing
hear
this
my
one.
my daughter keeps coming up to the door. I
Yeah.
don't know if you can hear it, but she'll bang on it.
I heard
hear
it.
the doorknob.
We had a lot of crowd noise. Fire alarms were going off. It was definitely entertaining this episode. And make the thumbnail. You're the thumbnail guy. You make
I already
the
got a
thumbnail.
print. I did a screenshot earlier when Ron was doing. I got a good one with him. It doesn't look like he's singing this time.
Okay, yeah, it looked like
Remember
he
last
was
time
in
he
there,
looked like he was all like doing some opera
he's
or
in there
something.
singing it. Like, "Oh," yeah, he looked like he was breaking it down.
And that was the only one I got. I only got the one screenshot, and then when I seen it, I was like, "Oh damn!"
He was hitting a high note. He was like,
I was like, "I have no choice. I have to post it." Yeah.
yeah, he hit a high note. But
Yep.
yes, I love you, my brother. I missed you. I'm happy you're back.
Mhm. Good to be
And-
back. Love you too, man.
I'll see you.
It was a lot of fun. We did what,
Yeah.
like 3 hours?
Yeah, this is a long episode. Yeah,
A long time.
this is a long time. Well, we had a lot. We still have a lot to cover. We didn't even cover anything yet.
Yeah, no.
We'll be talking throughout the week, my brother, and definitely good to have you back, man. Missed you.
Yeah, man, it was fun to be back. But yeah, we'll be talking.
Yep.
See you next weekend.
I'm gonna send you that stuff that I've been promising to send you. I will send it tonight. I definitely will send it.
All
to
right,
you.
man.
Love you, man. Be good.
Love you too. Later.
Later.